Mab came to see us and asked us if we were ready to go attack the orc ship. We told Mab we need another day, and we spent that day preparing spells, some spell glyphs, casting some other spells, and just getting ready. And then we also made an illusion on Shade that was a mark of Bayfor, who is one of the Orc War Chiefs, that would let us pretend like we are there on official business. Next day, Mab came back to get us, turned us into orcs, and sent us towards one of the orc landing zones in the Feywild to infiltrate. We made our way towards a huge kind of queue of orcs who were trying to get demobilized. Most of them injured as fuck. And those who were not injured enough got sent back to fight. But we managed to lie to the gods that we're on official business by Bayfor, and we're ordered to go back to the ship. So they let us on board, and off we went through a portal to the astral plane, to the orc capital ship, which was gigantic, and it looked like a gigantic mountain with more smaller mountains on top of it. And yeah. Inside the ship, we didn't have too much trouble because of the extensive research, and we're able to quite easily navigate our way to a huge ass door. The door was a bit fishy, and we didn't really trust the door. So Shade tried to dispel the door first and accidentally broke it.
Oops.
Yes, big oops. The door crumbled, and we went through, ending up in the kind of chamber where a squadron of elite orcs was protecting what's supposedly the plane shifting device. We were able to lie to get a bit closer. Shade was able to get all the way to the device and figure out how it worked by some miracle. Literally a miracle, as I used the theme for that. And then Shade switched it off so that it whooped and brought us to Maybar. At that point, the orc gods realized that something's up and attacked. Boldrin was almost knocked out in one round. Ivy was knocked out in one round. But luckily, we were still able to deal with the gods and heal up, at which point we went to see if we can grab the power source from the plane shift device so the orcs can't get out of Maybar. At that point, we noticed that there's a demon there, just chilling. Demon wasn't really interested in participating, but he gave us some advice, like on how to disable the teleportation blocking aura, which Shade and Vulpes blew up, causing total destruction of all of Vulpes' items.
Except for the battery, which was then stolen.
Except for the battery, which was then stolen. But we'll get to that. And then we were left with the question of what the fuck do we do with the book? The book that was kind of the power source for this whole thing. So somebody, I think Boldrin, had a great idea that we should destroy the pedestal under the book and put a gate and have it drop through the gate, which we did, but the book stayed on top of the gate. We got some more help from the gods, which recommended we dispel the dimensional anchor on the book. Shade went to disjunct the book and almost broke the book.
It would have been really funny, though.
And we had to ask for more help from the gods. We did not have the book broken. Luckily, the book stayed intact, fell through the gate, and we went on a quick trip to see if we can find the mind of our Mind Flayer friend.
It turns out,
as soon as Shade teleported us out, Boldrin mentioned that, oh yeah, actually, it's going to be really fucking hard to leave, and I don't actually know how to find his mind. And so we were like, Vulpes had a revelation that the Mind Flayer is in their head and not in Maybar. So we teleported back to the ship, jumped into the gate, closed the gate on the other side. The demon has already stolen the book, but left us with some valuable advice to stop dealing with Mab, because Mab is not going to give us any more good, and to kill the Summer King. Which was interesting, but he didn't elaborate on exactly why we should kill the Summer King. We went back to Mab, informed Mab of what happened, including the Summer King stuff, and Mab gave us a lesson in making deals with the blank favors by taking most of our items, including all of the rewards that she's been giving us, obviously. But we did get 1 or 2 more rewards. Everybody got turned back into themselves, except Shade. Or even they could choose what they were turned into. And Shade got the curse that was placed on him for destroying an artifact, which was the door, removed. So Shade is staying an orc. Wonder how that's gonna pan out. And finally, we got another favor from Mab. Not a favor, but another gift, which is a snowflake that we can take to a hag, and the hag can make us and anybody who we bring undetectable. And we ended with the 3 people who are being changed, choosing what they're going to be changed into. And that is it.
All right. So I believe we have finalized decisions from every.
Yeah, there's one thing that I want to mention. Right?
Yep.
We did actually know why he told us to kill the Summer King.
Okay.
Yes.
He said he was planning to kill Mab.
Yes, but he said that he'll try to kill Mab at least once.
Yeah, I'm just saying that kind of relevant because we have Ivy here.
Sure, fair enough. Yeah. Good catch.
Yeah. That's it.
And then one of the last things that happened is Mab also made a deal with Baldrin. That Mab would give the stone back to Baldrin if he was able to convince Shade about the how horrible essence transfer is.
And Shade made a deal with Baldrin that he'll personally give up transferring essence if Baldrin can get him his book back.
And that's where we left it off.
All right. So, Shade should do a few first. So the month goes by in the castle, and she is going to store you, taking away the penalties.
Hey.
Nice. In that month, James, I would have been acquiring the resources needed to give Shade a facelift, if you know what I mean. If he wants one.
Yeah. I need one. I can't even go into Haven looking like this. The town is gonna blast me.
Yeah, so
Heretic.
Yeah, just saying. If we would be...
Okay, so you're gonna Photoshop Shade?
Yeah, I'm gonna Photoshop Shade.
Into what?
Do I manage to get any Loxodon corpses?
Considering they're Fae, probably not.
Okay. Shade, I think I'm gonna have to make you look human until I develop a spell for this.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, James, I give Shade a human facelift.
Where are you getting the human corpse from?
Oh no, I'm getting elf corpses, and I suppose, which don't disappear upon death, as far as I know.
But the Fey elves would disappear, right?
Immediately? Because I do remember getting a few. Right. Option B. I'm still getting you a human facelift, but you're gonna be awkwardly colored.
We can ask someone from my church to send us a corpse.
No, I can just do a better job later. Just need you to
have
look.
a dead body, please. No question.
I just need you to look passable so we can get you to the town and explain the situation. And I'm fairly sure I can
guess.
still do that by just making the right measures.
You need to make sure that that my own enchantments don't recognize me as an orc.
Yeah. Oh, that's something.
But
I
they
can work
use
something out.
Technically, you do have a spell for that, Shade. Leave your 11th level spell.
yeah, but as you recall, the enchantments work on visuals, not on magic, not just on magic auras. But I will use the spell as well, of course.
Right. So yeah.
Alright.
Anyone here ever see one of those bad YouTube videos that someone takes a cartoon character and puts them in the perfect face template?
No, but I'm just imagining a horror, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I just take a lot of pieces and use them as rock clay to shape Shade into a human-looking person. It is a very horrifying process to witness. Should work though.
We're gonna walk back into Haven, and then they're like, "What's this eldritch horror that you got following
Yep,
around?"
but at least it doesn't look like an orc, and then I can do something better once I'm there.
Alright. So you successfully make a Frankenstein?
Thanks.
To be fair, to Shade, anything's better than the orc.
Accurate.
How many mirrors are broken?
Not enough.
Never enough. Alright. So, Mab would then go through and shape change, or technically, reincarnate the rest of you into the ideal forms.
Well,
After that,
while I've got Mab's attention, while she's working on reincarnating, I'd like to discuss the deal that I had made with her and Shade's counteroffer.
so you want the book.
That would be the simplest way to get him to completely renounce essence transfer.
Well, I think there's a way that we can make that happen.
What are you thinking?
Let's see. I will come back to you with a job in mind. But upon completing that job, I will give you the book, and that should set off a chain of effects that will result in you receiving your item back.
That seems fair.
This is an open-ended.
Of course, I could
favor?
just give him the book, and then you don't get anything from it.
You could do that. But your goal for me was to convince him to completely renounce essence transfer. With him completely renouncing it upon receiving his book, at my suggestion, would that not still complete our deal?
As long as he renounces it, bound by Fey laws in order to not take part in it. basically bound by the words of the agreement to not take part in it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine with that.
All right.
So Shade, you completely renounce essence transfer.
Yes. If once I get my book.
I see what you tried to do there, Baldrin.
And it almost worked too.
All right. So, after that, you're all free to go.
James.
Yep.
How does my thing go?
Did I get my book or not?
No.
It's only when Baldwin gets a job.
What this other plan that Baldrin discussed with Mab? That
Mab's
not
gonna give him a
work?
job at some point.
Oh no,
but-
Mab was just trying to get out of. Mab was just trying to get out of giving me my item by giving you
Okay.
your item, and I negotiated my way out of that.
Oh, I thought that you negotiated that if Mab just gives me the item, then she'll still have to give you your item.
Yeah, but why would she do that? She wants the favor
Because
first.
well, because I thought that you said that
Why?
you're
Because she's just
completing
that
your
nice?
part of the deal. No, I don't. Oh, it's fine. I don't know. I don't know how you do things. Just get me my book.
says the Fey orc eldritch monster.
Hey, I'm new to this, okay?
Fey Eldritch.
Fey monstrosity.
Frankenstein.
Frankenshade, actually.
Bacon shade. All right.
In this time, could Ivy have made a few extra trips to bring lore things so that she's not just, sleeping on the ground finding worms for an owl.
Yeah, here's a little hand trowel.
Thinking like a bed. More clothes, maybe. No. Creature comforts while she's fucking stuck there.
Yeah.
I thought we handled that, like, in the beginning. We got some shipments.
She was okay. And just, making sure that it's not like we just left her with the owl and forgot about her.
All right. After that, would you all head back to the material plane? The
Yes,
gate will be
yes.
provided.
Should we take the boat?
Yes. Good.
James, during this whole couple months that we had there, a month or so, whatever, I would have probably taken the ship over to the waterfall of Falls Oil to get it repaired.
Alright. Quick splash and a dip through the waterfall.
Yep.
And the ship is looking brand new. What were you saying, Shay?
You saw my research rolls, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So far, no partial successes.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I can't wait to see how fucked up Zarthix, Zathix, whatever, has made the country. That however many years we've been gone.
Yep.
Alright. So, as you return to the material plane, the gate opens up over. What is that place called? Haven?
Cool.
And the boat flies out, and you can see the small city from the sky. Actually, looks reasonably nice.
Ooh.
Quite different from the Fae stuff that you've become accustomed to.
Look, real grass.
The stuff in the
You probably
Feywild
land a
was
ship in a
real
little lake
crap.
in the middle.
Also, a little note, James, I'm going to be doing the foul stench and mind blanks on both myself and Vulpus every day.
Alright.
Alright.
As the ship lands in the water, what would you all like to do? It's currently nighttime.
Did I have a house here? Any of my clones or whatever? Oh, I had a castle, right? Something like that.
The castle, your castle was nearby, but I think some of your clones had a house. Yeah, definitely had. I don't know if they're still vacant though. I suppose probably good for you to meet Yana.
Can I
She's probably
crash at your
sleeping
place for
though.
today then?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Where did Zelo go?
Zelo is raising their child, and I don't know if they're in the Feywild or here.
Yeah, I
I
was
have
just
no
wondering,
idea,
did
actually.
come
They are in the
back?
Feywild.
They're in the
They're in
Feywild,
the
okay.
Feywild, okay.
I'm gonna have to get back and get them because I love
How-
Zelo.
How cute is Alice and Zelo's baby?
Even bigger monstrosity.
They have very
Now-
sharp teeth.
One day it will be.
It's now elf dragon Asma. What?
It's a half elf.
The quarter elf, quarter dragon, half Asma. No?
Oh yeah, but like it's racial. Its race is half elf.
Mm,
That's the
okay.
shape it took, let's say.
Right, the dominant traits.
Yep.
Alright. Some guards are approaching the ship.
Do you recognize any of them?
They appear to be wearing the standard uniform of Anaxalia.
Nice.
It's changed slightly over the years, but it's still fundamentally the same.
Recognizable.
Friend or foe?
I'll befriend.
Yeah.
You see the guards let out a sigh of relief.
We kinda live here, right, Shade?
Yeah, we're gonna be parking this in the lake, I think, from now on.
Right, I don't think that's technically illegal, so sure, okay.
How's
Or
How's the situation? What year is it?
Just grabbing the exact date so that I can actually. It's August the 14th of year 68.
Ah, fair enough. Thank you for the information. And together, so 20 years. And a bit.
Alright.
21. I guess doesn't say that much to you, Vulpus. For you, it would be what? 30, 35?
Since I was last around?
Yeah.
Or 40, 40 something?
Oh.
Almost 50, right, James?
It'd be close.
Yep.
Well.
And I hope. What's the name of that place again? The city Rail founded.
Estes? Lorenz?
No. Lorenz. Yeah, I hope that place burned in hellfire.
Not sure. There was this big tsunami. Didn't check up on that place.
Okay, let's continue to do that. To not do that, so I can pretend they died.
Oh, okay.
The wink.
I think I've been there once or something. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been there once.
Oh, damn it.
When I just
You can
arrived.
let me have one thing.
Well, that was before the tsunami. So you still have hope.
As long as I don't have to deal with Archie. I suppose I don't have to anyway. And Rose.
It at very least existed before a major natural disaster destroyed most of the continent.
Yeah.
True. Well, in any case, should probably go to bed so we can do stuff.
Gonna go tell people we're back before going to bed, so I don't know.
I'm gonna follow.
Alright. The simulacrum tells you that you've only been gone for just over a day.
Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, now we're done. I'm just gonna tell the simulacrum about the orc issue though.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, I think Vulpus is gonna patch me up
Yep.
something until we get a more permanent solution.
I am. I just needed to do something that he did so that he didn't look like an orc so we could get here. And then here I can get something actually decent going.
Oh, I like this look.
Alright.
Also, make sure we leave word at the town hall. That will be coming by tomorrow.
Yep. The hall apparently has a 24/7 service.
Well, I don't think Juliana is a 24/7.
In this case, 25.
service.
She is not.
So yeah.
Alright. So, would everyone like to rest for the night?
Yep.
Housing is being provided by the churches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Then the very next morning, what would you all like to do?
Right, let me just...
I've
One
already
moment, please.
seen Simu Shade. I'm gonna go see Juliana, I suppose. What rest of you want to do?
Right. I guess we go to see Juliana then? Looks like the most effective thing we can do, right?
Well, I suppose it would be good for you to meet Juliana, yes.
Not just me, but like she's probably the person that can give us the most like useful briefings on what's happening in the last years. Because she was very politically savvy.
Well, you wouldn't know that.
No, I wouldn't. But Volpus just wants their castle. But I'm saying that as a player.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm saying that as a Vulpes, you don't have to come with me.
Nah, I'd like to go. Would be
We'll
fun.
just
Anybody-
travel as a pack for now.
Alright, you want to follow?
All right.
Oh, thank you, James. Yeah, that's Volpus' new appearance for now.
So, you arrive at Town Hall. Juliana has cleared her schedule, knowing that Shade is back. And when you enter her office, it is almost identical to as it was when you left.
Oh, well, at least something hasn't changed.
Does she look
Hello,
the same?
Juliana.
She looks almost the same, just fancier clothes.
Well, I'm gonna have to go look up so I know what she looks like. Hold on.
Don't think we've ever gotten her elf hero forge. So.
Get it immediately after
No,
reincarnation.
I'll post it. So, you're all back. Permanently, I assume?
For the foreseeable.
Presumably.
Until something else fucking pops up and we go to different planes.
Accurate.
Isn't that always the case?
Going to try to avoid it as hard as I can. We only planned to go for a moment and we got stuck there forever.
Oh, yeah.
You're not Tislo.
No.
Oh, that's the original Vulpes.
Hi.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were all dead.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you?
Welcome back.
I'm gonna be honest.
You know, for someone who has spent so much time thinking that their loved ones are dead and then they surprise you by coming back, I surprisingly do not know how to greet you.
Hey, Zila had a kid.
Oh no.
Why is that a no? They sounded very sweet.
Well, I was more pitying the child.
Ah.
Adventuring parents are not really great parents.
I think they're taking some time off.
Yeah, they seem to quit for a while, so they raise their
Wow,
child.
imagine that. Taking time off to raise your family.
I guess still mad at Shadrach then.
Who's Shadrach?
No.
Is it a frog?
How do you know about the frog?
Didn't Shay tell me about the frog ever? In
Wasn't
10
really
years, you didn't tell me
relevant.
about having a giant frog in your life.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, thank you. Because I would be really disappointed.
I suppose in 10 years we would have gone through every single story possible, so yes.
Yeah. Frog.
Yeah, well, ex-frog.
He will always be a frog
Right,
in Volpus.
what can I help you with?
Oh, we're just wanting to ask you the same.
Well,
Right.
After being gone for 20 years, I don't have a lot of business going on right now.
it's actually 50 for me.
So, Wow, okay, that's a whole bunch of time for you. So you're aware magic's gone, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've been sort of trying to hoard as many magic items as we can. Unfortunately, Zarfix takes it. 2 in every 3 magic items that are acquired.
Is that a new law that Zarthix has?
Unfortunately.
Do they have the legal right to do that? Just show up and take shit?
Well, he doesn't show up himself.
Yay, Texas.
On the bright side, taxes are a lot better these days. Other than, well, losing magic items, but you win some, you lose some.
Yes.
She looks like she's trying to be positive.
I suppose.
So. Oh, let's see. There was almost a civil war about 8, 9 years ago.
Oh. Who and who?
The nations in the desert, well, the regions in the desert weren't really a fan of what Zarfix was doing. They tried to have an uprising, and then one of their cities got frozen solid. That put an end to that real quick. Calno died.
We heard.
Yeah. Mind Flayer died yesterday.
He died?
Well, right, sorry. That's a public story. Sorry, I'm not used to you guys being back yet. Mind Flayer's had its mind torn from his body. At least that's what Shade... They look at you, Shade. The simulacrum of Shade is saying.
Okay, but still alive. Right, good.
Let's see, what else is there? Wix's store is apparently tax exempt. I don't know how he managed to do that. You'll need to ask Zarfix about that. It is concerning. I'm not quite sure what's been going on within those walls. So far, nothing majorly illegal has happened.
Oh.
Had a few incidents over the years, but nothing that's resulted in any deaths.
I don't think we'll be able to help with the store. If you remember the Apple incident, we kind of promised to leave that store alone.
Fair enough. It's not really causing any problems, so it doesn't need to be dealt with anyway for the moment.
Well, I heard that Wix is helping the community with his profits anyway.
Well, that is a way of putting it, yes.
So maybe not that bad.
Mostly the halflings.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh.
There's a little bit of classism going on between the halflings and everyone else.
Oh. I guess we can...
Average, the halflings are about twice as wealthy as everyone else.
A little bit.
Maybe we can work on that.
We had a small influx of half-elves.
Oh,
There was a northern small town that apparently got caught up in a dragon conflict, so they immigrated here.
okay.
Our last druid moved away, what, 7, 8 years ago?
How come?
They gave up on waiting for magic to return.
Oh. So, are they gonna have more luck elsewhere?
I have no idea. I don't know what they're doing. A couple of the other ones, they moved it into one of the cities to work as herbalists.
Okay.
Last one, no idea. Mine's caused some issues.
Oh?
She's technically a criminal by Anaxalia standards.
Oh.
You
Though, expecting anyone in this town to actually enforce, that is going to be difficult. There was a famine a few years ago, and she helped out substantially with that.
okay? Is it bad? Do you want any assistance? Don't really want to get involved, but
No, it's not really something that you guys will need to deal with. I'm just trying to get you all caught up.
yeah. Well, I mean the mind thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you.
There was a couple incidents of some sorcerers a few years back.
After magic vanished or before?
Yeah.
Oh.
After.
What about them?
One of them proclaimed themselves the god of magic and started a little cult thing.
Whereabout is this god of magic?
Well, they were up near the border where the Kingdom of the Sun and Anaxalia overlap, but they eventually moved to one of the capitals. I can get you which one if you would like to know.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. They'd start shifting through some files as they go over the next set of information. There was a changeling who came by. Of a priest?
Oh! The one that was, my weird clone's friend? Mentally shifting through
Don't
notes.
particularly know how close you are. They came by with a letter or something for Shade. I believe your simulacrum is in possession of it. Steve's Bakery is apparently going to be celebrating its final year in service.
Oh.
Why is it shutting down?
I actually don't know. You'll need to ask him about it.
Well, because you need to try Steve's pies. They're great.
As you say.
They've actually gotten quite a bit better as of late.
Ooh.
The undead tried to march out of the forest about 15 years back.
Undead, you say?
Yeah. Held by the rangers, but it was almost a national disaster.
I'd say.
Right, the nation's slowly going bankrupt.
That seems like
That's
something
probably
you should have
something
led
you
with.
would want to hear about.
Why is it going bankrupt?
I do not know.
That's concerning.
As far as I'm concerned, all of the numbers just aren't leading to the conclusion that's being provided.
Meaning
It should
someone,
not be net negative.
meaning someone up above is taking a lot of money.
A lot is putting it mildly. Talking tens of millions of gold.
Those affix.
I'd say we've got, give or take, 12, 15 years before the nation completely bottoms out. That's assuming that it doesn't get a loan from another nation, though.
Assuming Zartix doesn't raise taxes again. Let's
Indeed.
be honest.
Actually been quite hesitant to do that.
Oh. Know why?
Apparently he doesn't think that, without magic, he's heavily concerned that he won't be able to get food from one end of the nation to the other. Actually sustain people.
I see. What about
As it is, food's quite an expensive resource.
the farming project that was being built so that
The farms have been going pretty well. We pretty much provide food to this entire region.
right, but what about the rest of the country, all of the water systems and farms that were being built?
Without druids, the terraforming has mostly come to a halt.
The chalice?
The chalice can only do so much if we can't teleport it.
Oh, well, that's something that we can do now.
You can do now.
Hmm.
Oh, do you have a method of teleportation?
And get it around if needed.
Alright then.
Just don't want Zartix confiscating it, you know. So, gonna need a cover.
I'll do what I can.
Hmm.
The orcs have been surprisingly quiet as of late.
As of how late?
Well, in the past year and a half, there's only been about 30,000 reported missing cases relating to orcs.
So they're active in the country?
Very minorly.
Oh, well, 30,000 is still quite a lot. You know that
Voltus looks to Shade.
we don't want
Do you
to
need
piss them off.
essence?
Yeah, we don't want to piss them off too much, though, because they're. On one hand, we know that they're cut off from the other planes, mostly, so they're not going to be able to reinforce too much, but I don't think we're ready to really take on every single orc here yet.
Fine.
But we can maybe do an outing or two.
Thanks. I need some essence desperately.
There's some dark elves in one of the cave systems nearby.
You part of the city?
Not exactly, but they do come here from time to time.
They friendly?
Friendly enough.
Okay.
Apparently they've been waiting for you.
Oh. Okay. Don't think I've had much business with dark elves. They're not the Shadowfell ones, right?
Just checking. Dark Elves are Drow?
Drow from the Shadowfell.
Oh,
The
so
ones
they are
that
from the
tried to
Shadowfell.
come out of the big ass hole in the Celestial City?
No, the Shadowfell is the ones we pissed off.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. That was the Underdark.
Yeah, so they are probably not good news if they're waiting for us. Maybe just pay them a visit then. Get ahead of it. Anything else we need to know?
There's an upcoming tournament
Oh.
in about 7 months.
Oh, what sort of tournament?
Alexalia's Championship.
Sounds like something Shadrach will have fun with.
Well, I haven't really seen much of Shadrach in the past couple of years.
Yeah, where's Shadrach? I think
Who knows?
I want him back.
He... Even if we force him to come back, he'll just go off on another quest.
That's true. But I
We need
mean,
to get him back
can
here to
can
have
bring
a
him back for a
rumble with
bit.
Baldy.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Shadrach.
Alright, well.
I'm not particularly interested in just spending a bit of time with them.
Oh, of course. I don't have any ideas of how to make him stay.
Figure something out.
Could always make his legs stop bending.
I was going to say there is always that method. Just remove them completely.
But
That's a spirit
Depends.
pauldron.
Oh, that's more than I was thinking.
I mean, if
Yeah,
the
I was
last
thinking you can
arena
always
match
just-
that we had is any kind of indicator, he's not going to probably be winning that championship.
if I know Shadrach, then after the last match, that man has learned to jump over, very, very high.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. The Church of Deus, for some reason, they've still got access to magic. Seems to be
looked
somewhat
shade.
limited, though.
Do they now?
I looked to shade with a look.
And what are they doing with it?
She puts up her fingers and makes air quotes, helping out.
Okay.
Still
Yep.
causing more chaos.
They're really only helping the big cities.
Doing exactly what Zathik says.
More or less, yeah.
Checks out. Sure sounds like those assholes.
Right. Interesting.
Probably. Nope, never. That.
Yeah, we probably don't want. Well, it's interesting how they would still have access to magic, isn't it?
Very interesting. Almost like was in purpose, right?
I assure our blue friends are hidden away in the forest and not being drained by the death.
I know that ours aren't. I don't know if they have their own supply.
Just saying.
Do you have an idea, Vulpes?
Well, how much do you trust this woman?
Yes.
Well, we do know Rail is
Good
behind
answer, Shade.
magic disappearing, so just saying.
James, are we confident on the reason of magic disappearing?
Vulpes is.
I'm curious as to hearing Volpus's logic behind it.
Vulpes' logic is they really dislike Rail. They have an unreasonable amount of magic. Presumably, so does Archie. Everyone else vanished. Has no magic. The Deus Church still has magic, and they want a reason to hate them. They really don't like the Deus.
All right.
Like, okay, sure, maybe we don't know that for sure, but like, just saying, evidence.
We know that Deus have magic, and they are not spreading it out. Apparently, they didn't even bother to teach the fixed spells to anyone. And the rituals, that's a lot of helping out by them.
Not many people can still ritual cast these days.
Oh.
Getting your hands on a fixed spell that you can actually ritual cast without killing yourself, that is both something that you're incredibly lucky to get, and a little bit of a small miracle. As someone who has both run the city when we had magic and when we didn't, I really miss magic.
Do you have any arcane batteries by any chance in the city?
Batteries?
Yes. Devices used to store magic.
No.
Okay.
Then.
Might need to look into getting some of those.
Yep.
I believe those are on the prohibited list.
Wow, this Zapix guy just hates fun.
I didn't hear that. I'll
Alright,
look
then.
at you how to dead in the eye.
So, what do you all plan to do? Both of you are spellcasters, so you adjust into the whole no magic thing.
Oh, we got a solution.
Yep.
With any luck, we'll be able to be more help than the Deus. But don't want to publicize it either.
Question. I hear had
Yes.
a castle of some sort, or well, one of my clones had him.
Yeah, there's apparently undead around there.
Cool. Can I still have that?
They're pointed out on the map. You deal with whatever's inside, and sure.
Cool.
I'll make a note of where she.
Keep in mind,
pointed
you're
on
still
the
gonna
map.
have to pay taxes.
What's the adventuring tax these days?
It's about 60%.
Can you... Alright, how do we not pay 60%?
Crime?
I love crime.
So hold on. There's a 60% adventuring tax. Is cleaning out my castle adventuring? Sounds like a cleanup job.
Technically, there is a reward gained from it, so yes.
Well, it is.
I mean, well, you could consider it landscaping.
Yeah, it's mine. I'm just taking care of my land.
Yep. But if you're saying any monsters or creatures within it, exploring a dangerous area,
So couldn't you just not pay us officially and just give us some money afterwards as a favor? Actually, whoever's paying for that, I don't know.
you mean commit a crime? Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Oh, is that a crime? Sorry, I've never lived here before.
You're my favorite.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, if you guys do just want me to pay you under the table, I'll do it.
Can we just clear the castle and then not take it as reward? Return it to the city, and then you can lease it out to Vulpes?
Sure. But that's just as costly.
What do you
The
mean?
city is then getting the reward.
How is the city getting the reward? The city, it's already the city's land, no?
She looks up towards the ceiling as if thinking for a moment. I might be able to spin that.
Anyway, maybe we'll clear the castle and then see if anybody wants to claim it, or if you can make it work without having to pay for it. But then also, even if we do take it, we'll just be paying the city, right?
More or less.
Not that bad.
A large chunk of our revenue ends up going to the nation.
Oh,
It's a real nuisance.
we profitable then.
The
I
more
guess
I
that's a
hear
good
about
point.
this place, the more I feel like we should just move the city somewhere else.
With what magic?
Um, Speaking of, we can get those batteries. We can probably amass as much magic as we can store.
Yep.
Batteries? What batteries? Never talked about it.
Oh well, the
I had
the
one,
ones
but Nab stole it.
we saw in Tara's place.
But batteries are illegal, and we would never do a crime.
Yeah. We would never. Against the beautiful nation of what's this place called again?
Anexalia.
Anexalia.
By any chance, are you guys strong enough now to kill Zarthix? Not that I would ask you to, I just want to know.
How strong is Affix?
He's a big white dragon.
That doesn't tell me much. How strong is Affix?
He's a big white dragon. How strong is a big white dragon?
Not enough.
Helpful as always, Volpus. Helpful as always.
Really weird talking to someone who knows me when I don't know them. Point is, dragons by themselves are strong, but like if he's just a dragon, we can probably take him. Yeah.
Yeah, but what about on his home turf?
I think from what I heard that there's another even bigger white dragon behind Zarthex.
Well, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
I guess.
He did happen to mention that.
Great.
It's like the Russian
might be able to
doll
do
of
it.
dragons. Inside this dragon is another dragon.
Like a dragon doll thing. One of those little lady dolls that you open up and there's another one. You know what I'm talking about? Are those
Yeah,
It's a
things?
Russian nesting
doll.
dragon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shade told us about him, obviously. You have missed us so much, haven't you, Juliana?
I've got a feeling it's going to get a lot more chaotic around here.
Did they call me a loved one?
You're welcome in advance.
Did you want him to punch Shadrock again?
I'll do it. You just say the word, I'll punch him.
Tempting.
Me
Very
too,
tempting.
Volpa says, flexing their flame hand.
Right, is there anything else I can help you all out with?
I don't think so.
Oh, just as like an aside, did Yali decide to stay in the Feywild?
Yali would not have.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Yali would let us back.
Yep, along with your new apprentice.
My new one. What happened to
Yep.
Lily?
Lily graduated.
I was so proud. What's my new apprentice's name?
Kent.
I'm not as fond of Kent.
He's a little frog boy.
Oh,
You're shitting me.
okay. Oh, I don't know. I might take that back. I might love Kent more. Shit.
Well, certainly. What about the dragon situation, Juliana? Simu Shades didn't seem to be worried about that. The civil war dragon thing.
Well, are you capable of doing much about thousands of dragons?
How many orcs do you reckon was on that ship, Vulpes?
Oh, a few 100,000?
That's probably an underestimation.
Maybe a million.
Big fucking ship. Was there
What's
anything
the
in the book
conversion rate between orcs and dragons?
in my research about how many orcs was on the ship? An approximate?
Give or take 400,000 at any given point in time.
Right. Yeah, actually, your first guess was good.
What were you saying, Baldrin?
What's the conversion rate between orcs and dragons?
Good question.
Unfortunately, all the dragons are not conveniently packed away on a ship with a button to send it off to hell.
That would be really funny.
Maybar is just our fucking trash can. Just throw everything that we don't want there.
You're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. Send you to Mayba.
This is like real life dueling monster.
Right. So we probably can't do anything about thousands of dragons at the same time, especially if they're strong.
Actually, I'm sure we can do something.
Probably not.
Just nothing we would want to do.
Well, I'm fairly sure if you guys piss them off, they're gonna breathe on our city.
Okay, let's not do that.
Okay, so first we get the
Hello.
city out of here, and then we piss them off.
Hello, dragons. Would you like to go through this gate to Maybar?
Convince them to go through. Tell them that there's cookies on the other end or something.
Hey,
Yeah.
Zach,
Nah,
there's
there's a free
classes on
orc
the other
buffet.
side.
There's a free orc buffet.
That's true, actually.
Hey, Zach, look at all those orcs not paying any taxes.
So
Okay.
how long have these dark elves been waiting for us?
$15 years or so.
Wanna go pay them a visit before they find out we're here?
Yeah, probably.
You got a location on that cave?
Yeah, they pointed out on the map.
That's within 500 miles?
Yep.
Alright. Give us a minute, we'll be back. Oh, is the teleportation blocking thing still on in the city?
Yes and no.
Hmm?
Well, we still have it, but it has to go up and down.
So,
Apparently it was too costly for Zarfix to do it every 20 years.
what?
Zarfix's enchantments.
Oh, so they are not up right now.
Not up right now. I can put it up if you need it.
No, it's okay. Yeah, we'll be right.
She gestures the 4 different levers that she's got in her office.
It's all right. We'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab these 4 people and teleport us to the cave.
Volpus
Alright.
looked like they were about to say something, then pop.
Roll me 1 D100.
Fuck.
Perfect.
Would you like to re-roll that?
Please re-roll that.
Yes.
Nah, just spend a +5. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but
No.
like, why is there flux here? No one's teleporting.
It's not flux. It's mishap.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not a D100.
Oh?
That is a 100.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. Is land about half a mile away from the cave.
All right, we'll go to the cave.
You're out at the cave and you can see that it's been fairly well done up. Looked like the dark elves have started carving away at it.
Is there anyone there?
Do you enter the cave? There's no one on the outside.
Yeah.
Alright. You head inside and you come across a dark elf who is sleeping.
Wake him up.
Who Ashen does.
Let's try to wake him up.
Sorry, did you say you wake him up?
Does anybody mind I wake him up?
I don't.
Okay, I'll
No.
wake him up.
I'm just gonna be at the ready in case he decides to start swinging.
Alright. You wake up the dark elf. He stirs and looks slightly sickly.
You don't look so good.
Yes?
You really don't look so good.
Well, adjusting to actually sleeping instead of trancing has not been quite pleasant.
Oh. Sorry about that. What happened to your trance?
I'm sick.
Alright, well, why don't you tell me why you're looking for us? And maybe I'll see what we can do about your illness.
I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for an individual known as Shade. He's supposed to live around here.
That's him.
Actually, you two, they look at Ivy and Aldrin. You both meet the descriptions that I was given as well.
So you are looking for us.
Yep.
Any idea where the elephant is?
That's him.
Why?
Or the lofted one, I should say.
Why are you looking for us?
Oh yeah, Bulba stops him and say why.
They attacked one of our castles.
And
They killed almost everyone there.
Oh. That's horrible.
and
And we plan to hold them accountable. I guess you guys are accountable.
oh no.
And how
Terrible.
exactly do you intend to do that?
Well,
Oh, the court?
I'm supposed to come here and invite you all.
Why exactly would we accept the invitation?
Because you're supposedly good people.
Yeah, for people who just attacked a castle and killed everybody, that sounds like what good people do.
What she said.
I've seen what your church does here.
Right, but
Now, assuming that we accept this invitation, what should be waiting for us?
A court hearing. Before the king himself.
That's not likely to go well, is it?
Well, considering you've admitted that you killed these individuals, we have the individuals that you killed there. No, it's likely not to go well for you.
Baldrin's just going to interrupt and say, allegedly killed?
You can say alleged all you would like.
So, question, they sent you here and you've been here for like years in this cave? Sick?
No, I've only been sick for the past couple of years.
What's wrong with you?
I do not know, but whatever it is, it's only affected me. None of the others have caught it yet. Took out my ability to trance. Quite inconvenient.
oh, it does sound so. Back to your castle. That
Not my castle, one of the castles under the king's domain.
right, that was hard.
I was in no way involved, and I have no intention of fighting any of you.
So, just for our general education, perhaps, what's the stance on the criminal activities that were going on in that castle?
What criminal activities?
The holding hostage of Fae and torture.
That's not criminal.
Oh, so it's not criminal to torture Fae, but it's criminal to kill dark elves. Very.
If the Fae come into our domain, we do not go into the Feywild. They should not come into our realm.
Yeah, I don't think they went there willingly.
Not as far as we know.
Well, we don't go out to the Feywild to kidnap them.
Are you sure that your
I mean,
whoever was in that castle didn't take payments as Fey slaves.
That's entirely possible.
And that's legal, clearly.
Yes.
Well, I think that I do not consider your justice system to be fair, so I'm under no obligation to submit to it.
Very well.
Yeah, you should probably not mention slaves or confirm the existence of
Do-
slaves when you want to be, just.
Now, should your invitation be refused, what next steps should be expected?
That depends on what the king decides. Could be anything from sanctions. He could demand a debt. He could just outright decide to destroy this entire region.
Do we have any idea which king he's referring to?
King of the Dark Elves. Bah.
No, I think probably you're so inclined to take it up the chain, he can talk to our king.
I'm not going to tell him what to do. My entire job here is just to inform you all that your presence has been requested.
Right.
I'm very low in the totem pole of things.
And is transportation to the Shadowfell provided? Just out of curiosity. How are you not even getting back?
We have several portals.
Oh, good for you.
Well, I'll say that. Is there a time limit on this invitation?
It's supposed to be within 1 year of me contacting you.
Because, well, Shade, I'm gonna talk to Shade telepathically, James.
All
Aren't
right.
you both mind blanked?
Oh, we are still, yeah. I
Does
cannot
that
do
prevent telepathy?
Yep.
Telepathy.
In that case, all I can do is say that there is still one person missing, and we cannot decide anything by them, so you have not contacted the person you wanted so much. Don't see a Loxton here.
You have confirmed multiple times that this individual is Shade, correct?
Well, yes, that is usually what I tell the people that might want to assassinate him.
Roll me a deception check.
Not gonna be too good, but I guess I can +5 for that.
You did not roll that publicly.
Here. Still to everyone. I'm gonna take 22.
All right.
Good job. That was really good.
So this individual is not Shade.
No. However,
Very well.
we
Then the presence of you two is requested. And do you know where I can contact the Shade?
he will look to Shade.
Probably you're not gonna be able to contact him. I'm
will be a while.
acting as the face. So until I'm dead, and he sends another fake Shade. Tough luck. No idea where he is. I can also roll my deception, but I'm pretty sure that he's gonna have a rough time.
Yeah, he's only level 8. Alright.
Plus, if I may make an argument, these two wouldn't be of much help without Shade. It is possible that he will return. He's just very busy.
Well, the both of you have a year to go through and contact them.
We will attempt.
Well, go through it to head to the castle. Now that I've informed you both, I will still need to find the other two to inform them.
The other two?
Yes.
Who are the other two?
Well, tough luck on
Half dragon and a Loxodon known as Shade.
Ah,
tough
yes.
luck on the
By the
half
way,
dragon.
do you happen to know who sanctioned the assassins that were sent into our realm, spreading disease? Is the one who sanctioned that going to be presented to us for a trial? Was that the king himself?
They will be present there.
No, to
It
our
was
trial.
not the king himself.
To our trial, not to your trial.
What grounds do you have?
They came into our domain, caused damage here.
Out of retaliation.
So we attacked that castle out of retaliation for holding Faye hostage.
I cannot speak to that.
Well, seems like there's no crime here.
Again, not my business. My entire job is just to inform you.
Well, you might want to talk to whoever's business it is, and maybe you'll save yourself the trouble of having to look for everyone if they see that it's not exactly. You don't exactly have any grounds to stand on. Provided there's any fairness in this legal system in the first place.
All I was told is I had a sentry to inform you all, or they would attack.
You sound like you know who sanctioned the people coming here. So who was it? You're very confident that they're around the king. So who did that? I don't know. Might go a long way to help convince us. Maybe show up. I mean,
I mean, if I was gonna look into fixing your disease, but you're not being very helpful, so maybe not.
Also, to be fair, well, no, shouldn't say that. Never mind.
you're not holding Faye hostage, right?
Are you?
Well, see, there you go.
What about
I
in the
have a
pocket?
question.
Are you sure you don't have fare in your pocket? Okay,
A
I
question.
guess I'll have to take your word for it.
How exactly will your Fey King know that you have informed us? Or, well, them. Sorry, the Fey King. Sorry, the Elf King. Apologies. I have been recently affected by a mind spell, and my mind is still a bit wobbly.
Did I see him going for the sword? Might want to be careful what you do with that thing. You might cut yourself.
What's wrong with being Fae?
Apologies, I have been affected
Very
by a mind
racist of
spell.
you.
And,
Yeah, what's wrong with being Fae?
Ooh,
You know, we
Well,
don't
that's rude.
that's a
come
bit
to
racist.
you and start saying that there's many things with being from the shadow.
I turn around, I fart, and then I fan it at him with my wings.
Why? Why?
he wants to have a problem with the Fae, but he can have a problem.
But what does a fey fart smell like?
Cinnamon.
Describe it, James.
A fairt.
Oh, Shade takes a step back.
Sorry, I've been holding
It'll
that
probably
one.
be a bit like cocaine.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good.
Sorry, I've been holding that one in for a while.
Oh my god. So, what say you now, Shadow, Dark, whatever elf you are?
Sorry, you guys were gonna do like a really dramatic standoff, and I ruined
No.
that. My bad.
No, I don't think we are.
Hey,
Are you going to kill me?
You didn't draw the sword yet.
I
Do
feel
you
like I
want to
got
be
my
killed?
point across.
I wasn't
mean,
going to just murder you, but like, if that's what you want.
Ivy can
As long
do
as
that a
you
few
keep
more
that-
times if you think that'll kill you.
If you keep that sword on your hip and do not draw it, I have no reason to end your life.
Well,
I am
he's being
sorry for
racist,
accidentally
but I don't
disrespecting
think
your king.
we're killing racists. We're not at that point yet.
It was a very honest mistake. I got into some trouble with mind spells recently. I very much apologize for the disrespect.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being Fae, Vulpus.
I know. Actually, hey James, am I a Fae now?
Yes.
We're for fave.
Fuck.
Well, you look human.
He looks human with a bad collar, palette.
Looks human is a strong way of put. He looks like Frankenstein.
James, Vulpes is like canonically really good with their proportions. Okay.
Your proportions are great. There is still Frankenstein stitching work everywhere.
Okay, but he's a really, really hot Frankenstein.
Baldy, your opinion, please.
It's just not the same.
Anyway, point is, do we? What do we do now? Are we under some
Yeah,
path
thanks
to
for
protect
the
Faye's
invite.
reputation?
Thanks for the invite. We'll think on it. See ya.
So, in order to accept this invite and be transported there, you said you had portals. Are we expected to return here to utilize them?
Well, myself or one of the others are expected to guide you through to one of them.
Then we can find you here within a year's time.
Whether it'll be me specifically or someone else, you will be able to find a dark elf here.
Okay.
There's always at least one of us within this cave.
Understood.
All right. Well, have fun sleeping then.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's leave before I fuck up anymore.
Yeah. Let's bid them farewell, go out the cave a bit, and how far away was it from the city anyway?
A while.
2-3 hours.
We can just walk. We don't want like another mishap. Don't want to have to spend inspirations for 2-3 hours of walking.
On the way, Volpes will comment that it's probably better if you call them Azirian in public. Otherwise, these guys kind of lose their point.
Oh yes. Sorry,
It's okay.
Aziria. Sorry
No
about
problem.
that. We
Ivy for
should
context.
tell Juliana the same.
Yep. Ivy for
I'm
context.
gonna just sending Juliana right now before Juliana tells everyone Vulpus is back.
All right. So
we're
you
fine.
do have magic.
I told you we have.
We did tell you. Why not?
In my defense, you were quite vague.
So what's
I
the
mean, she
context?
saw us teleport away.
So what's save Ivy?
I said, so what's the context?
Yeah, so there's a lot of people hunting down Volpes. All of them. So Volpes figured, you know what? Probably shouldn't call myself that.
Very smart.
That sounds like a bad thing to do. So they chose the name of one of the more liked incarnations. And then the appearance of that, which was Mab's daughter, by the way. I'm Jesus Christ to you now, and that's what I am. If anyone asks
All
me.
right.
That way, no one kills me. Or, well, get it. Out of curiosity, Ivy, you're a cleric of Mab, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you still get magic? Like, does she recover magic on a long rest, James?
She's not experienced long rest yet.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, we
But
have.
while in the Feywild, yes.
We're long
you
rested
haven't.
tonight. We came back yesterday.
You've only been here for a day. It takes a week for a long rest.
It already takes a week, I see.
But on a it does seem like she's recovering magic.
She hasn't been here long enough to experience that yet.
Okay.
Guess we're gonna find out.
All right. Well, sure. So that's first thing off the list. Let's see. I think I've just been informed that quite a few of us might need to go to the academy to learn. To actually learn masteries and expertises, masteries and legendaries, because apparently we can't just take them.
Alright, let's go.
Well, do we want to clear the castle out or then do that?
True. It's a good place for us to live.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we might collect some essence that way, and that might be useful for training. So
Yep.
why not? Let's stop by the castle.
Alright. Up my castle.
All right. You stop by the castle and you come up against its barrier. This is the same barrier as before, Shade.
Okay, do you remember what it was? I don't remember.
You just came up against a barrier and then you just decided to leave because there was a barrier. You didn't actually enter.
Okay. Did Juliana mention about the barrier?
She didn't mention anything about it. But that's because she thought you already knew about it.
I'm gonna sending Juliana ask about the barrier.
That's the same barrier that's been up this whole time.
What exactly is it
At
for?
least as far as I know.
Who put it there? You know.
No idea. It's been there as far as I know.
Okay.
As long as I've known it.
Okay.
True sight. What does true sight reveal?
And it's a barrier of force.
I mean, we're ready to take on whatever's in there.
Hmm.
And probably take it down.
Okay, I guess we can dispel magic this. Hey, can you do it? Do you still have dispel magic, or should I?
I don't. Yeah, I have the spell magic.
All right. Roll over the spell magic.
Oh.
Nice. You succeed.
What's the DC for that, by the way?
41?
No,
Should be about 41.
So I needed the nat 20.
Yep. Barrier is dispelled.
Nice.
That was
Wasn't too bad.
relatively straightforward, yeah. Huh. So, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to just walk in? Would you like to teleport towards the door? What would you like to do?
No, I'd like to carefully start walking in. I'll slap a mass spell foresight on all of us, and we go in. And I'll do it with sustaining spell, so that it's not a concentration. And then I'll recover all of my sorcery points. I'll calculate how much spell points that is. Okay, so what's up with the door?
It appears to be locked. It's two large wooden doors.
Okay.
I want to try to pick the lock.
All right. Make the check.
Huh.
You succeed in picking the lock. You have picked one of two locks on the door.
Yeah,
Would you like to pick the other one as well?
I would.
All right. Make the check. And you pick the other one as well. Those ones were DC 28.
Nice.
All right.
You have entered the castle.
Here we are.
As you enter, you would see zombies rise out of the soil outside. Only 3 or 4. It'd take you about 10 seconds to deal with all of them.
Okay. Suppose we deal with all of them.
All right.
Guess we clear up the castle. Use true sight to examine everything. I
have the
am
deck.
going to get it up. I do have it. This was pretty carefully constructed then. Here's an interesting question. Does it feel like my magic? Oh, let's continue. Avoiding any runes or whatever.
We can be dispelling some of them.
Yep.
As you are moving throughout the place, you're removing several traps that you come across. And the undead aren't really posing much of an issue for you.
Interesting.
And then you enter the Grand Hall.
No, thank you. One moment. Discord is slightly laggy. Oh. Can you give me a moment? Sorry, I hadn't seen that because Discord is a bit laggy. Moment. Leave this. What?
Alright. Then you hear Volpus's voice laughing maniacally.
Oh.
Who dares enter my castle?
What the fuck?
Well,
I like to shade.
I think that checks out.
Shade, is there supposed to be more of me?
No, not that I know of. Oh, well, but I don't know if all of you are gone or not. Come on, come out. We got your friend here. Come on, Volpes. Which one are you?
What the fuck? Why are you
You
laughing?
should have never entered my home.
Yeah, but you allowed me. You invited me. Come on.
And now that you're all here, you'll forever be trapped here. There is no escape. You'll be destroyed.
Question, why are you talking like an anime villain?
But like, I picked the locks to get in. I can just pick them to get out.
Shade, did I become a fucking
So, tell me, what is your purpose for coming here?
I'm Volpes. Is this an illusion? Did I become Shade, did I become a chuny?
A what?
A loser who talks like an anime character all the time.
Yes.
Fuck!
Have you come here to face my perfection?
Yes,
are you
Volpes.
actually talking to us? Or are you just talking at us? Because you've not actually answered anything we've said so far. Agreed on the perfection part, weird clone, but the fuck?
You see an illusion manifest.
An illusion.
Yep.
Would I be able to tell it's an illusion without detect magic and true sight?
You'd be able to see the ghostly image of it because of true sight.
Ah, so otherwise it would appear real.
Pretty much no one here should have any actual issue telling that it's an illusion.
Oh, you think? Oh. Oh,
And now that you're here, you're going to be trapped forever. Even as we speak, you've lost at least decades.
it's a chronomancy, right?
And every second that I keep you here is even more time that you've lost.
That is amusing.
Well, I guess it gets me on my court date.
Are we under a time barrier? We shouldn't be, right, James?
You do not know that you've entered one.
The barrier. Change, you dispel the barrier.
Yes.
That's the barrier. Time barriers appear solid from the outside. Right, James?
Sorry, what was that?
The time barriers, they appeared solid from the outside, didn't they?
Yes, but it wasn't solid force, it was solid air.
Can I try to figure out if we're in the time barrier or something?
Have you been in one of Vulpus's time barriers before?
I've seen them.
It has seen them a good few times.
Have you studied them?
Probably not.
Right, make me a history check. Or maybe at disadvantage, so you've got a flat roll because of your spell.
Guess I'll take the 23.
Alright, you're not sure. It's been a substantial amount of time since then.
What about me, James? I have studied my time barriers, and I have true sight and detect magic.
Make me an arcane check. You're rolling privately still.
Fucking god.
Right, let me check if 33 is good enough. With all the other magic acting as subterfuge for it, it appears you might be.
Interesting.
The other spell schools must have been there to drown out necromancy.
That's clever. Shade, we need to get out.
Yep, let's try getting out.
James, as far as I know, time burn only applies to willing targets, right?
Correct.
So we shouldn't have time burn.
Correct.
Right. Get out. Gate. Or teleport,
Okay.
whatever.
Well, I'll try to teleport us out.
Alright.
I'll just do it at 11th level.
The castle fails to counterspell you. You teleport you all out.
Volpa's
Good, I
like, is
guess.
stumbling out a bit. They look back. Oh, that fucker was clever! It might have worked.
I'll send in Juliana and ask what year it is.
Oh, you're back. What happened?
The castle was a trap.
Can I get a D100 roll? The lower the better. Vulpus, you can roll with this.
Okay.
We're gonna be spending some rerolls on that.
Oh my
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that. Fuck that. Lower the bet, 91.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Alright. Anyone else want to spend inspirations to reroll this?
Nope, I'm good with that low of a
I
number.
feel like 8's good.
About as good as we're gonna get, yeah.
Alright.
I guess.
Well, that could have been really bad with the 91.
I guess before we officially
Okay, what was that,
finalize that, could an inspiration +5 in this case be a -5?
No.
Okay.
The 91 would have been 182 years.
Fucking hell.
Holy shit, that's so cool! Oh, that's clever! That's clever!
It's the 84th year.
So 20 years? Again?
16.
16.
Oh, cool.
Fuck's sake.
I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea that was coming. You guys know that.
Well, so much for the court date.
I guess that's one problem solved.
Oh, that's clever! Oh, I cannot believe I didn't think of it myself! But what was the... Oh, shit, hey, Shade.
Yeah.
My time barrier requires an artifact to power it.
Well, let's go and dispel the rest of the shit that's over there.
Yeah, I
And
guess we're gonna have to do
Take
that.
the castle apart.
Alright. So, you find the edge of the time barrier itself. It's right up against the edge of the castle.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Well, plus from that, you'll be able to make an investigation check to approximate where the center of it is.
I will do that. Investigation check?
Yep. Just because you know the range of the spell.
8.
Alright. What would you like to do about the time barrier?
Can we
Which one
dispel
again?
it?
Yeah, can we dispel it?
A critical time barrier cannot be dispelled.
So,
Though,
Disjunction.
yeah, we can disjunct
yeah,
the...
disjunction might work. You've tried that before.
Let's try that.
I use disjunction.
Alright, make the check. I need to go check what DC this will be.
Okay. Not too bad. So
Would you like to +5 that or reroll it?
I would like to +5 it to begin with.
Alright, you succeed.
The barrier falls.
Barrier falls.
Yeah.
Can I tell what was powering it?
Not without finding the item. Should be towards the center.
And the barrier won't come back up, right? After the disjunction.
Not unless there's a second barrier set up to go off.
Well, let's just... Oh.
Like, let's examine it with true sight and detect magic first before we go in.
Yeah.
Okay. There is just the ambience of the previous conjuration magic.
Then we should
So
be
now that you're keeping your eye out for the conjuration magic, I'll let you know the second that it actually pops back up.
all right.
If it does pop back up.
So we should be able to get the artifact at the center, right?
Alright.
I'll be ready to.
As you head back into the town,
This time I'm
you
kicking
can
the
hear the
door.
voice of Volpes continuing their monologue.
It's still going? Okay.
You didn't get rid of the illusion magic.
I kind of want to keep that actually.
Yeah, just let the monologue keep going. Might as well.
Sure.
Also, hey Shade,
Yeah.
why on earth was I that ugly?
You made yourself that way.
God damn it! Don't let me do that again. Or well, whatever, weird clone. I'm not gonna make any clones. Ugh.
Good choice. And please don't do this time magic shit again.
I am not going. Okay, listen. In my defense, those were desperate times, and I didn't know any better. I know better now. Okay. Not fucking with time, unless I don't know we're gonna die if I don't. You get the point. I don't even have that spell anymore.
Just 16 years for just walking into your castle. God damn it.
Well, it could be worse.
Okay, a question. Why didn't anybody else get trapped then? Why the Grail was hunting Vulpes?
I don't think she ever got to
There are
go
other
there.
people trapped inside of the castle.
Oh, okay. But why didn't we... Okay. Do we find them?
As you guys were exploring it, there were other creatures exploring it as well. They're further into it than you guys are.
Cool.
Okay, but how did they get past the barrier? Oh, it's on the outside.
They teleported through it.
Oh, okay.
And they were trapped in the time barrier, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, let's see who we find.
Yep.
Alright.
Get to the artifact and see what you find. Or who we find, I guess. That's funny. They're still good with the monologue.
Yes, it is I. I, the best of all the Volpi.
Okay.
Unmatched in potential. Unmatched in power. Defeater of you. And you shall spend the rest of your friends' days in here.
Volpez is looking at their feet, blushing to the tips of their elf ears in embarrassment
No,
at
to
the
be fair,
person they apparently became.
I now think it was a good thing we went into this barrier.
Really?
Yes, it will make my job of looking after you much easier.
Through the hallways, just looking around, quite amused.
It's an undead,
As
right?
it notices you, it just stops and looks towards you. It is an undead.
Cool. It looked like a lich to me.
It's difficult to tell the characteristics of a lich, other than the... you won't actually know. Shade, you can make me... Shade and everyone but Volpes can make me a history check, or a nature check.
No good at Adam, so... Everyone's at advantage.
Yep. Ivy, this is an undead, but you're fairly sure it's not a lich. Shade, you are quite certain that this is not a lich. Baldwin, this could be an asec.
Oh,
I will share that with the group.
what's an ASEC?
You're not sure, Shade.
Hello there, mister.
I don't know what it is as a player. James, can you explain slightly?
Sure. Just got to get it up so I can actually tell you what it is. An asec is a form of undead, where the undeath is passed down through the bloodline. The creature jumps from generation to generation, with each generation creating a new branch. Their bloodline basically acts as their phylactery. In order to kill them, you've got to kill every member of their bloodline. But every time they die, they take over the being of the eldest remaining member of that bloodline.
Cool.
I am a miss, I am not a mister. And who are you all?
Oh, we're just looking for the exit.
Yep.
So,
Back there, 4 doors on the left.
Thanks.
what are you looking for?
Well, I came across this castle and it caught my interest. Someone went to a lot of effort to keep people out.
Been here long?
So naturally. Well, as the illusion keeps trying to tell me, apparently I've been here for ages. Not really too bothered by this.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Wait, do they keep the monologue forever?
They were experiencing the same monologue as you. It's just playing throughout the entire castle and it's still going.
Oh,
So-
God damn it.
You know, it's not exactly your castle, right? Why are you invading other people's property?
Looked abandoned. Is it your castle?
They look to Shade. Then look
think
to
it's
her
you.
and shrug.
Kind of their castle.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
my castle, more or less.
So you're the one who put the defenses up.
Nope.
No.
Oh, did you just buy it?
I inherited it. It's a way of putting
Ah,
it,
your ancestor then.
in a way. Yeah.
hmm
And my ancestor apparently really liked their own voice.
There's another batch of hysterical laughter.
Vulpus is embarrassed at looking at their own feet.
So, what's the purpose of forfeit exploring this castle?
Oh, well, we want
If I'm not mistaken, this is located on a material plane.
is reclaiming their inheritance.
Yeah, also we live here.
Well, kinda.
Sort of. This is like my
Complicated.
vacation home.
Azeria, you might want to, like, you know, not give unneeded information.
I know, it just
You're very, very chatty.
I'm a bit embarrassed right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wanted to reclaim my castle, because having a castle seems pretty neat. And I
Indeed, it does.
stumbled right into that.
Unfortunately, the illusion isn't bullshitting you about the time, so.
Unfortunate. Do you have any idea how much time has been lost thus far?
What year did you enter?
It appears the chronomancy magic has gone down.
Yeah, it has. Took it
It's
down.
year 80.
By which calendar?
Celestial.
The 37th year.
Ah, you
Well-
missed some stuff.
Yeah, it's like only about 37 years gone for you then.
Yep.
Oh, you
I see.
must have gotten here like right after this thing got put up.
Really? I thought it was much older than that.
Also, you missed some big events.
Ah, yeah.
Such as?
Assuming you'll be happy to know that magic is gone, or unhappy.
My magic still seems to be intact.
Okay, well, good for you.
Most magic across most of the planes was broken.
I see.
Are spells functioning fine?
You see them chant something and then there's a slight bit of backlash. That is concerning.
Oh, who are you then? Why are you here? Oh, we know why you're here, but...
My name is Elysia.
Oh, Elysia.
Hello. I must say, you have a very, very nice sense of style.
Thank you.
Nod.
Well, where did you hail from back before the whole world went to shit?
I am from what you would know as the Forest of the Dead.
Ah,
Cool.
so,
I am one of the Lords of Death.
Awesome. Nice meeting such an renowned individual.
You have no idea who I am, do you?
Nope.
But you're a lord, so.
Sounds important.
Yep.
Thank you. Pity this castle isn't for sale.
Oh. I mean, once we might look into selling it.
Yeah. Not sure
We
why.
probably
And any more time.
would want to reclaim some of the inherited possessions, though. Hope you haven't collected any of
Keep
them
the
yet.
illusion.
Only this, and they show a small ring.
Cool.
It's barely what I would call a magic item.
What is it then?
Appears to be a ring of enhancement.
Oh,
It's yours if you want it.
You sure? I mean, I'll take it, but.
I do believe it's your property, as you claimed.
Oh, yes, but most people would be a bit more unwilling to part with things.
They approach you slowly, just like they're taking their leisurely time, and then they hold out the ring.
I carefully take it.
They look to Baldrin. Your feathers are beautiful.
Why, thank you.
has Baldwin let us know that they are an ASAC?
I would have let you guys know that that's what they appear to be.
So, what did she say her name was again?
Alasia.
Elysia. So Elysia, we're on friendly terms right now. I would like to keep it that way, but I must ask you about your general intentions in regards to everything. See, the Forest of the Dead doesn't have a great reputation.
Yeah, it's not your place to interrogate me.
Simply wanted to make a friendly conversation, not an interrogation.
Well, you did just ask me for everything to do with me.
Not, well, things that you share.
Yes, I do believe we should start with this. Tell me, what is your name? They gestured to Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy.
What has everything to do with you?
Well, it all started
When I was born.
a little farm in the Feywild. I start recounting the most stupid shit from my childhood. And
The
then,
monologue is still going in the background.
and then,
And now one in the foreground.
Yeah.
yeah. And then my younger sister was born, and oh my god, that was
Opus
crazy.
invested.
Does Alicia
Interesting.
seem interested in all of that?
She seems quite patient about it.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
So, did you tell her about you being a cleric?
Nope. I purposely kept to mostly childhood stuff, and that was not. That was a little after
Well, after your
that.
childhood, what path did you walk?
Uh,
How
the
did you come
one
to be here?
he dragged me here, and I point to the owl.
I see. Tell me, what is your name?
My name is Baldrin.
Well, Baldrin, how did you come to be here?
Well,
Tell me everything about you.
I start mouthing the monologue along with
Opus 11?
Yep.
God damn it. You notice Volpa's, like, Prime Aziria looking down in embarrassment as they notice.
So the monologue is not repeating. It is
No.
just continuous more.
Infinite.
God damn it.
I would tell Alasia about childhood and path to becoming a monk and whatnot, and that through my adventuring career, I was led to group up with these individuals.
And why did you pick the Path of Shadows?
Well, despite being from the Feywild, the bright colors and lights never really drew me in. I was more drawn to
I
the
see.
darkness and the shadow.
Yes, the darkness does dwell within us all. Glad you've embraced it and found a way to make use of it in your own way.
I lift up Baldy's shirt a little bit. Is he still bald?
A lot of the feathers have started to come back. You can tell that they're noticeably smaller, though.
Sorry about that.
And what of you? They look to Shade. Tell me your entire story.
I'm Shade. My story is interesting. I was born in a big family, middle child, in a world without magic. Me and my brothers had a dream to create a show. Called it the greatest show in the world. Perhaps it wasn't, but it was very
And
nice.
was it?
Hell do I
I
know.
see.
No magic, not much communication going around. It was a pretty good show.
I see. What plane are you from? I assumed it was the Feywild, but if it was one without magic.
Yes, wouldn't know. I lived my full life there and died. And then I appeared here. On the material plane.
See, you were reincarnated.
We
You
used
are
to call this
Eastern?
being celestial.
Oh, you're one of those. One of those tried to kill me a few years ago.
Well, you mean...
What's her name, Alice?
You mean about 40 years ago?
Well, yes, I suppose that being the time difference now.
What's her name,
Which one?
Alice?
Oh, there was some white knight thinking that they were doing the world a whole bunch of good by getting rid of me.
Oh, Nathan
Was
Day.
their
that's
name Nathan?
No. Kazric?
Oh, I never heard of that one.
Kenanzaric?
Cool. Did you kill him?
Nope.
Their corpse still wanders my castle.
Oh, you have a different castle. That's nice.
It's pretty
Yes,
Hope we can visit someday.
you're welcome to.
Thank you.
Ivy
Very
gives
nice of you.
Shade the stankiest side eye.
What? They're very nice. Anyway, so as I arrived here,
They are quite charming.
this my friend here, Azaria, or rather one of their ancestors, as we are calling them, picked me up, and I became an adventurer. And well, I have a great hate and disgust for orcs.
I see, they are quite barbaric, aren't they?
Mm.
Yes.
You know, yes. In fact, I would not even call them any of that. I don't think that they deserve to be characterized as anything that a person can be characterized by.
You know, when I was a young girl, they attacked my village.
Fuck them.
They started by taking all of the adult males.
Mm.
Then they came for all of the adult women. Finally, they came for all of the children.
How did you escape?
I was fortunate enough to escape along with a few of the other children. We ran.
Mm-hmm.
We eventually made it up the mountain. Quite a small mountain. At the top, one of the local wizards. He was kind enough to protect us and take us in.
Very nice of him.
He helped me nurture my abilities.
Cool.
And while mine came from my blood, unlike those who had to learn and master their abilities individually, I quickly outpaced all of them and became far more powerful.
Fellow sorcerer.
Indeed.
So I guess we have an enemy in common then.
We do?
The orcs.
Well, I am certainly opposed to their continued existence.
Oh.
I'm not sure I would go much out of my way to deal with them.
If
I have moved beyond such things.
there's any time to do it, it is now. Well, magic is fleeting, the orcs' transportation is messed up, and wipe them off this plane. But an army of undead would go a long
Yes,
way
but with
towards
magic
doing
being so unstable, they try to cast another spell to demonstrate and it fluxes a bit.
Sure.
Do you know of any way to stabilize this magic?
It's possible to stabilize it. The big issue is that you might want to conserve your resource. You might have trouble recovering it as well.
Curious. I shall be careful of my expenditure. And you, tell me about your life and your story.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I am called Aziria. I have had a
But
very...
is that your name?
They pause. It is what I'd like to be called.
Very well, then I shall refer to you as that, as I know you by no other name.
I have had a very tumultuous experience. I have made the mistake of trusting people I shouldn't trust. And that
It is often a mistake that many people make.
That cost me about everything, really.
I can understand that pain, and you have my sympathy.
Yes, were it not for my friends here, I would have no one left. All of my other friends are gone. I'm very thankful for them.
Then you owe them a great kindness, though I'd be cautious if I was you to be so reliant.
Yes, I have come to learn that. Though being alone is not a feeling I would like to experience again, I would also not like to be dependent on someone else. It's a difficult balance to find.
Indeed it is.
Nonetheless, I believe the main lesson learned was that I should not trust those who are much stronger than I am to have my best interest in their heart.
Then I hope it is a lesson well learned.
Quite so. If
Wow.
I may ask a potential insensitive question.
My name is... Sorry, go ahead.
You appear to be undead, correct?
Indeed I am.
Then you must have been around for a very long time.
Indeed.
Were things always this violent?
That is... Yes and no. It is only in the last 80 years that things have become quite so violent. There were always small-scale skirmishes and conflicts. And in millennia before, there were larger scales like the ones that being experienced today. Things were stable and settled for quite some time. It is only with the introduction of these celestials and creatures from other realms that things have been stirred up again. Like a new ingredient added to the mixture to spice things up.
I see. So I suppose the introduction of something else disrupted the balance, and now everyone's panicked. Thus comes the violence.
Indeed.
I see.
It has apparently gone so far as to lead to the vanishing of magic, at least temporarily. Though this would not be the first time that magic has been gone for a period.
Oh?
Yes.
Fascinating.
There was a time when I was a youth that magic was gone for several centuries.
Oh.
What could have caused that?
No spell above 3rd level could be cast. It was shocking. The belief at the time is the gods had grown angry with us, with the wars that were being fought, with the current state of politics, that they had decided to take most of magic away and limit us. I'm not entirely convinced that that is the case, but... well... there's only a handful of people who can know for sure. Of course, there was the time where 9th level spell, 9th tier magic was sealed.
Huh.
So that it was the ceiling for quite some time. Took a substantial amount of effort for people to learn how to bypass that barrier. Then, not long ago, someone shattered that barrier entirely. Quite a dangerous decision on their behalf. Disrupting the work of gods. Curious. Entitled, but curious. And you tell me that magic has vanished. What year did that occur in?
38.
I see. I was just curious to see whether there was any form of pattern to it. 20 years after the previous shattering. Interesting.
Well, it's been more than 20 years since then, and don't think
Yes.
there's been another shattering yet.
There has not been.
So, you were going to say something about your name?
Yeah, I was. By the way, like as she was talking and stuff, could I have done like an insight to make sure she wasn't just bullshitting?
Sure, make me an insight check.
I also would like to use my paladin ability. Let me just get it up. Although I don't think it's relevant yet, so maybe I'll use it later. I don't think they're gonna fail a wisdom saving throw.
You believe they are telling the truth. Oh, that was a persuasion or deception check, I'm not going to say which.
Just
That
+88.
modifier, though. Yikes.
Oh yeah. So anyway, we continue making friends here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like, it's fine. I just wanted to see if Ivy could pick up on if she was telling the truth or not.
Oh.
You're struggling quite a bit to actually read this person. It's like they're being incredibly careful with their word selection. Whether they're doing that to be deceptive is unclear.
Well,
My name is Eliza. Some people call me Eliza. Some people call me Eliza. It depends on the era and the tongue.
Any preference?
Not particularly.
Eliza, then.
I'd prefer anything to being called Lord Asek, though.
It does sound very inconvenient.
fair enough, Eliza. And you said that you have transcended the trifles of dealing with mortals, if I understand correctly. What is your current...
Not quite how I would put it.
Hmm?
I've just grown to understand that no matter what you do, time will undo it. So if you're going to do anything, you must make it permanent.
I do plan to make it permanent. But
The eradication of all orcs, making it so that they cannot be resurrected or recreated, that is quite the challenge. You seek the power beyond gods. Curious.
We really hate orcs.
I do have a few gods who are on my side for this already.
I'm sure they will serve you well then.
Well, it's a work in progress.
I am not one to suggest underestimating the power of a god.
Strange. I did not take you for a religious person.
Just because I know of their existence and accept them does not mean I believe in them. I know they exist. The evidence is undeniable,
But you do not worship
but I do
them.
not have faith in them.
That's a good way
There is
to
a
put it.
difference between faith and worship, and I possess neither in regards to them. Not to say that it's wrong to worship one, simply that I do not possess that.
Well, I
I sense one among us is of faith. I'm not sure who, though.
Wouldn't she sense too?
I'm masked.
I see.
Well, Eliza, I have, I believe we could perhaps be of use to each other, at least in the foreseeable few, maybe, days. We possess a range of repaired spells that we could share with you, but we require some know-how. A friend of ours is trapped. His mind is trapped outside of his body. Someone of your knowledge might be of assistance to us.
Very well. I will offer my assistance, as long as we get to finish exploring this castle first.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
The architecture here is quite interesting.
Uh,
I've not seen much like it in this world.
James, is it for architecture?
It's very anime.
Oh no. Yeah.
Please tell me that Azeria points that out to me, because we had so many talks about anime.
Yeah. I probably will. They got it out of anime.
Let's go search for what else is in this castle.
Alright.
I point out one painting. I'm like, wow, her tits are huge.
Oh no.
What is those tentacles doing? Oh god.
So, as you're exploring the castle, you're coming across more and more undead.
Killed him.
She attempts to stick towards the back of the group, taking her time and exploring this place.
We'll let Baldrin punch them dead.
Yep.
Their heads explode.
I'm just
Ta-da!
firebolting.
Sometimes you think their heads explode before you even make contact.
I would like to have Baldy like roll down a hallway like a fucking bowling ball. Take him out.
James, are there paintings in the walls?
Yes.
Are they anime?
Posters of anime, yes.
Fuck.
While we're killing the undead, Baldrin comes to the realization that we're doing this in front of a Lord of Death, as they call themselves. So I'm like, I hope you don't mind that we're eliminating.
Oh, of course not.
Okay.
I point at a poster that has an upskirt shot of a schoolgirl, and I'm like, what's the context behind this?
Anime. Don't ask about the context behind anime. I cannot give you a good response.
What is this anime you speak of? Is it some sort of moving spell?
You know what a theater play is, right?
Yes.
It is similar to that.
Ah, a theatre play
Was
created by a
animated.
moving spell.
Yes, that is about right.
I see. And are they all done like this?
No, anime
Please
was a
tell me
specific
she's
type.
pointing to the skirt shot one.
You know,
Yep.
that looks suspiciously like a school uniform, Vulpes.
Listen, I wasn't the one who did that, but you have
Yes,
to
you were.
understand.
Oh, I said this Azaria, not Vulpes. Sorry.
You have to understand that it was a very unique culture, and most people didn't think to criticize it as much as they should have.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that this
I
was
see. So this is children.
not that I am aware of.
She looks slightly disgusted as she's looking at the poster.
Azaria looks at the poster. By my recollection, sexualizing children explicitly was very much something that people didn't do because it's, fucked up. So what they did was they always made it entirely possible that they were adults, while not saying one thing one way or the other, so that the people who didn't think it was fucked up wanted to imagine things that the others would find fucked up could,
Ugh,
and thus it would make more
disgusting.
menus out of being ambiguous.
Firebolt
Is.
the schoolgirl poster.
Yeah, both his nods in appreciation.
She's just frowning.
There were cooler anime though. For example, do you have any Studio Ghibli posters here?
Yep.
I pointed
There'd
those.
probably be an entire hall of them.
I pointed those. Those were used to teach children valuable lessons that had nothing to do with sexualizing anyone, and they were very well cute and friendly.
I see.
I'm just gonna turn to Eliza. All of this anime stuff came after my time in that world.
I see. So you did not arrive here at the same time.
We did not leave at the same time either. We arrived at much more closely than we left, I believe.
Yep.
Interesting.
Don't ask me how that works.
And in fact, I quote unquote left before them and they arrived before me. So there's no
I see.
relation.
Curious.
And it,
Are any of you from another realm? You speak of a Feywild. Are you talking about the Feywild from this sphere or another?
The one from this sphere.
I see. You arrive down a hallway and then you see another illusion appear.
Why
Yep,
do they
yep,
talk
yep.
like that?
I point to one of the posters.
What about it?
Oh, this
Did they
one's
respond?
smart.
Of course I'm smart. I'm Volpas. I'm the smartest person you Sorry.
That's canon. That's a fucking
Yeah.
canon.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
That was canon. That's canonical. Let's go.
Of course I'm smart. I'm the smartest person you'll ever meet.
Hi.
Oh.
I don't know. I've met a librarian before. They're pretty smart.
I looked
Greetings,
at
Azaria. Welcome back to the world of the living.
Thanks.
If you're here, then that means my plan worked without any flaws. But of course it did, because I did it.
Great. So in your plan,
Hold on. Let him talk. I don't
on.
actually know the context of anything, so if you could elaborate.
You're Azuria, are you not?
Yeah, kinda.
Then you're welcome, Azuria. For without me, you would not be brought back.
Really?
I look at
Yes, of course.
Baldy and I like elbow him a little bit and I'm like, is this one an illusion?
Yep, it's an illusion.
Is it a simulacrum?
Doesn't appear to be.
Huh. Well, I guess I thank you for what you did to bring me back. Though I don't really know what that is.
You are welcome. And now that you're back, you can work with me, for our greater good.
There is a problem with that. You seem to be an illusion.
Do you think merely being an illusion would stop my greatness?
I mean, it might put some limitations on it.
You think I, Volpas, the great and powerful, have any limitations?
I literally I just look at Aziri and I'm like, wow.
You caught my emo face. I'm sorry.
Join me, and together we can rule this universe.
Oh no!
We need a line of you and I aren't so different.
One moment. Oh goodness. Okay, but how are you talking to me? I thought you had died. But I was told anyway.
Do you think death would stop me, the great and powerful Volpas?
I mean, it doesn't tend to help.
Silence, fool!
Yeah, be quiet, minion.
You guys are gonna kill me, thank you. Oh goodness.
Is this where I just obey the orders and cast silence?
Oh, sweet mother.
No.
Now, Volpas. Sorry, Azuria. They would have used specifically Azuria. Azuria, now that you're back here, will you work with me?
Towards what? You're not being very specific.
The future of a Volpi.
What's a Volpi?
Oh, that's your quote-unquote ancestors, mate.
We had a plural?
You had a sweet name.
Oh god. That is actually pretty cool.
Team Volpi.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So, you want me to work with / for you towards a non-specific goal?
Yes.
And you won't tell me what that goal is, or how you're talking to me?
You do not require this information because you should be able to trust the great and powerful Volpi, the one who has brought you back to this realm. Search your feelings, you know this to be true.
No. I look to Shade.
What? Don't look at me.
Question. Actually, many questions. Hold on. I wasn't psychologically prepared for this today. Are you able to leave this castle?
Do you think I, the great and powerful Volpi, would be bound to this premises?
Alright, you want to walk outside with us then?
You dare tell me, the great and powerful Volpes, what to do? Kneel,
didn't-
peasant.
I didn't tell you what to do. I asked if you wanted to go. Do you not have many friends?
Do you think I, the great and powerful Volpes, need friends?
I mean, couldn't hurt.
I have servants. There's nothing more that the great and powerful Volpes could ever need.
How many times have they said the great and powerful Volpes in the past 10 minutes?
Well, if you're counting the illusion still going in the background.
Oh god. Zero looks embarrassed.
Just to answer the question, maybe a corporeal body might be useful besides just servants. Just a thought.
Corporeal body could be destroyed, though. I am beyond that.
So, like, immortality? Illusionary?
Ha! You think I would simply settle for immortality? No, I am beyond even immortality. I have ascended to true Volpes.
What? What?
I'm gonna look over at Eliza.
They are incredibly amused by this.
Oh. Come on then, great and powerful Volpes of the Volpi. What's the plan?
That is for me and Aziria to know. Not for you, human, to ask about.
You know
Do you
this.
even know who I am?
Friend. Yeah.
I do not care who you are.
Let me guess. The great and powerful Volpes has no need for such trivial matters.
Precisely.
Oh well. I mean, Azaria, you wanna talk to your
Do you want to have your
Go
anime
ahead.
moment?
I guess I'm gonna go have a conversation with the great and powerful Volpes. Shady, look
That
at
is
you.
what you've been doing thus far.
Shady, look at you with a look of desperation before going.
If you don't want to talk to them, then we can just move on.
No, I guess I.
You think you could move on from the great and powerful Volpes?
Excuse me, I have a quick question for the great and powerful Volpes.
Speak and I will enlighten you.
Do you have any things that need punching?
Yes, that ugly creature there. They look towards Shade.
That's not very nice of you.
That's not
I'm
very
just gonna
nice of you.
softly punch Shade, just trying not to do much damage, if any.
Good, you're obeying me. Might be some use for you yet in my new world.
I whisper into Baldy's ear, and I'm like, "Give me a minor illusion of a scroll girl outfit."
So great and powerful Vulpes, would you enlighten us what your grand plan for returning Azaria was? That worked out so well. Can you walk us through? Can you let us marvel in your genius?
Well, through my sheer greatness, I set up the dominoes that would lead to their restoration.
Can you go through that for us, please?
All I had to do was act in...
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Shade says, "Show us your work, please."
You think I, the great and powerful...
No, I'm appealing to their ego, so...
Man, I should start speaking like that. In real life.
If you do, Azaria, I will murder you.
I'm gonna show up to school. You think I, the great and powerful Lily, have me to do such homework?
I mean that you should in real life. Go ahead.
I approve this
That's
message.
so good.
So are we getting Vulpes telling us about their plan, or?
I don't even know what the plan is.
Yep, I'm just looking up their plan.
I get the feeling this is one of the Vegeta situations. You know, I know what you're trying to do here, but you're right. And they stop monologuing anyway.
Well, it all started at my creation. The culmination of all of the Vulpes knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Creating the truly perfect being.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I set out to enact the great Vulpes revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Shade, act more interested.
I am. I'm nodding and humming and being appreciative and admiring them as much as I can.
From there, I collected power, and then I ascended beyond the mortal realm.
Oh. Wow.
I became more than any of you will ever be.
Oh, you are so
I,
mighty.
the great and powerful Vulpes, have become unmatched.
You said the line.
And now none of you, not one of you, can even comprehend my greatness.
But what if two of us together tried?
Then you would still be left in sheer awe of my existence. So, through the years, I collected power. I sought out those who could be of assistance. And then I made them useful to me and my cause. As they became stepping stones in my plan, the plan was slowly enacted. And now I stand before you, having created Azaria, a being who had been destroyed on a spiritual level. I, the great and powerful Vulpes, are the only one to have accomplished such a goal.
That is... Okay.
I am giving Azaria.
Right.
What do you think, Eliza? That sounds quite impressive.
Well, it's certainly something.
I guess, Zera, you are not that far off with them being your ancestors then.
Hey.
How is it possible that any creature this egotistical is capable of breeding?
Now that is a good question.
It's a good question.
I don't want to know the answer.
Probably a lot of alcohol.
They might have been breeding with themselves, to be fair.
I don't want to know about that either.
The Volpi had a thing for weird stuff.
Please don't tell me about that. I don't want to know. Okay, so, you're Vulpes. I just call you Vulpes, right?
I think
You can refer to me as such.
I think you mean
but only you.
I think you mean the great and powerful Vulpes.
That is what you will refer to me as, not Volpi.
Did I just see someone use? Oh my god! I've just become a racism. Right. And you enacted a plan that led to my resurrection.
Yes, you are welcome.
Thank you. I guess. And then you died.
You think anyone is capable of killing me, the great and powerful Volpes?
Well, I hear this was someone called Leah. Who was actually Rail hunting us down.
You think they could kill me, the great and powerful Volpes?
They supposedly did a pretty good job of the others.
Yes, but do you think they could kill me, the great and powerful Volpes?
No.
Great and powerful Vulpes.
Good.
Why did you leave an illusion of yourself here?
Because I, the great and powerful Volpes, thought that other Volpi might need my knowledge.
Ah, perfect. That's what Azaria is here for.
Yes, we do indeed need your knowledge.
Then I, the great and powerful Volpes, shall bestow this upon you.
Neat.
Well, is there any other extreme traps in this castle except for the first chronal sphere that we should know about so that Azaria does not get trapped in here for any longer?
A great and powerful Volpes such as myself would be more than capable of navigating this place.
But you know, Azaria is not such great and powerful as you.
No one is.
Then they should look inwards, and they should ascend just like I did.
Well, to do
You'll never reach the same levels as me, but if you even come remotely close, like you are supposed to, you'll be able to achieve the power that I have.
that's the plan, but awfully hard to do that if we get stuck in your castle.
Then look inwards, Azaria. Focus, look inwards, and find the power within.
Okay.
And then the illusion vanishes.
Okay, well.
Oh, thank God.
The monologue is still going in the background.
Well, I guess we can move on from that one.
Shade?
Yep.
Shade, I need you to tell me if I was like that all the time.
I haven't actually seen that one before. But a few were quite reaching that level of annoyance, I'd say.
Would you
Oh my
say
God.
they were ascending towards that?
Perhaps.
Oh no. Please don't do that to me.
But were they the great and powerful?
Don't. Okay,
You see the Volpes illusion appear again? It is I, the great and powerful Volpes, fully manifested here before you.
hi. Can you hear us? No.
But of course I can hear you, Azaria.
Did you just talk to me 10 seconds ago, or?
Did you speak to me 10 seconds ago?
I think we
Yes.
can move on, Azaria.
Okay. Let's move on. I'll be right back. Great and powerful Volpes. We need to continue exploring my new land so that I will be prepared to enact our conjoined great plans for the universe.
As Azaria
And for the
talking, it's just
Volpi?
Good, you've been
pushing-
enlightened.
I just keep pushing Azaria further down
Yeah.
the hallway.
And they stop. And
Oh,
let's move
God.
on, James.
Hilarious. Okay, maybe it is worth losing another 18 years of our time.
So fucking literally it was.
Let's just hope the artifact is good and it's not like fucking...
Oh, if the artifact is powering them, I'm not gonna take it out.
I'm
Okay.
fucking taking it out.
I want to be able to hear this more often.
You can make a new one,
So-
maybe.
You find the heart of this castle,
Cool. What is it?
and there is so much magical circuitry here of spells interacting with other glyphs and runes that if you were to disrupt any of it, it would break the entire circuit.
Don't disrupt anything yet. I'd like to study this shade. We can just leave later.
Mwah.
I know, you want to blow it up.
Did we encounter anything else besides Eliza?
Okay.
Any other creatures who are trapped here?
Mostly undead, and then there's the occasional human.
What did we do with the humans? Did we have Eliza eat them?
The humans are mostly running towards the exits.
Any of them? Can we confiscate anything they've looted, please?
They're happy to leave behind anything that they grabbed. Most of it was just paintings and stuff.
Anime
They can-
bait?
Hold on. How many of them were just lewd ass posters?
I don't think Volpa's
The
had a
occasional.
sexuality, so probably rarely.
We can let
But
them
it's-
take
but
the
it's
naughty
anime.
posters.
Yeah,
It's
fucking
anime.
DXD.
It doesn't matter. It's anime.
Any of
Okay.
these humans of any... so none of them of any significance?
No, most of them are just adventurers who decided to try and teleport in when there was still magic.
So they've lost a crap ton of time.
Yeah.
Are they
Do
gonna
they like
reward us for
serve?
letting them out?
Are you going to demand a reward?
I think it's fair.
Okay, what are you demanding as a reward?
I don't know.
Shake
You
down
shall
these
serve the
humans.
great and powerful Volpa. Okay, no.
Yeah.
We can give you all of our silver. Our gold appears to be gone.
That's a shame.
Question.
I'm just gonna ask them to spread the word of the ages who saved them from this horrible trap.
Yes, horrible trap
Sure. We can do that.
made by a
Perfect.
horrible, clever person.
Whoever created this trap was truly an egotistical monster.
Tell me about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, apparently so.
Most of them don't even look at Eliza, like they can't even see her.
Interesting.
Right. James, do we finish exploring the castle? Is there anything else
Yep.
to see?
Do
Cool.
we find anything else of good?
You
Except-
find Volpus's treasure room.
Oh, let's loot that.
In order to get the door open, you'll need to break the magical circuitry on the place.
Okay, let's do that later then. Because I still want to see if I can save anything interesting.
All right, I'll get some guards stationed here, I suppose, for you. In case more adventurers
heart-
try to loot this place.
At the heart of the actual place itself, you can see a barrier holding a stone shard of divinity in it.
Oh,
Ooh.
a stone.
That is what is powering all of the
Can I
circuitry.
tell which one?
Nope.
You know,
This Volpus has only ever seen one stone.
why
Well, we
didn't
know
Vecna
where-
go and come in here to get the stone and get trapped? That's
And
what I
deal
want
with
to know.
that? I'm presuming he saw this coming, decided to choose life, and didn't.
That would have been so funny if we found Vecna in here, just like, oh yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
been here for
friends,
100 years.
I kind of came in for the stone and got stuck. Okay. Can I tell which one it is? I've seen more than one.
This is not one that you've seen.
Let's.
Can we try to Arcana to see what kind of magic it's pulsing?
You'd need to get through the barrier first.
Okay. Well,
Let's dedicate a team to study this.
Yep. Study this we shall.
Alright, let's get out then.
And we have some things to study. We need to study how to get the thing out of your head. We need to study this. We need to.
To get you the spell that you need. Yep. I wonder if there's a spell lab in this
As
castle.
Azaria looks at the stone, another illusion appears.
Oh.
Welcome to the heart of the Volpi Castle.
Christ.
Thank you.
How
Thank
can
you.
I assist you, Azaria?
We were finishing our exploration. I shall be setting base to live here for the foreseeable future. These are my allies. I see.
What are their names?
Shade, Ivy, Baldrin.
Shade, did you happen to be a Loxodon before?
Yes, I did.
Look at what you've descended into.
I agree, but I'll probably try to get it back.
Yeah, we're working on fixing it.
Temporary setback.
So yeah, a very cool castle you have here.
Of course it is, it's my castle.
Are you able to provide Azaria with the information on the enchantments?
Yes, I could.
Will you?
Would you please do that?
That entirely depends on what Azaria does for me.
Request from Vulpes.
Volpus beyond the grave.
Oh. Okay.
I shall give you 5 tasks, and with each task I shall grant you access to one of the 5 tiers of access to this castle.
And what would those tiers grant me?
That is for you to learn, after you complete the tasks.
They look to Shade and look back to them. And what are those tasks?
There is an item contained within the Kingdom of the Sun. I will require you to gain access to it, and to bring it here.
What item?
It is kept within the Queen's vault.
So you want to break into the Queen's vault and steal it?
And for you to bring it back here.
Cool. Easy peasy.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong breaking into a different nation's royalty treasure vault.
I'm sure Zarthix
Yeah.
will approve.
Yeah.
He might. Knowing him, he might.
Right.
As long as he gets
Understood.
his cut.
Yep.
So,
The item is known as the Crystal Blade of Jack Jibbers.
Pretty cool name.
James. Does it do what I think it does?
That entirely depends.
you think it does? Right.
This is gonna be so much fun.
I can't tell you how excited Lucas was to tell me that the Codex of Infinite Planes was a thing. Oh god.
The crystal blade of what, James?
Jack Gibbers.
Of Jack Gibbers.
I am afraid.
Right. Anyway,
Mhm.
Azaria,
Yes? Want to go back here
what's your
later?
plan? Yeah, let's just go back.
Yeah,
Come
let's just
back
come
here
back here
later.
later. We need to catch up in the city since we've been gone for a few years.
Just to make sure that none of these other looters run off with anything useful.
Yep.
Well,
Yes. Alright, let's go away for
May
now.
I accompany you all?
yes, please, come on.
Yeah? Wait, was that Elysia or Devolpa Solution?
Elysia.
Okay, cool. Then yes.
Alright. So,
Oh, we need a new bad guy to live in our tower in the city, so
True. We do need that.
yes.
like
Bad guy power.
gotta replace the Mindflayer with someone.
So, which direction is the city once you guys get outside?
Whichever it is. We go towards the city, I suppose?
I mean,
Or
Alright.
are you asking us?
She's asking you
Oh.
all.
I'll point out the direction.
Very well. You all gain a fly speed of 240 feet.
Oh. Pretty
Okay.
cool, actually.
Wow.
Does Baldy show off and like dash and like outpace us all?
No, I'll be nice.
Off we go, I suppose. She's going to follow you all right behind.
And why don't we go to Julian again so Julian can catch us up on another 18 years worth of shit we missed?
While we're flying our way to Haven, I'm gonna be talking to Eliza, however you say it, and I'm like, tell me more about this wizard. What was his name that taught you? And like just like chatting the whole time we're on our way.
Ah, my master you're asking about. Where to begin? Their name was Cassus.
Is that a name that any of us would recognize?
Baldwin, maybe, actually. Make me a history check. I don't think you can actually succeed on this, but maybe.
Do you think I, the great and powerful Volpes, need to make a history check?
No, 29's not going to be close. The name does not stand out to you. He was an incredibly powerful wizard. Though he did not quite understand his own limitations, and he was not willing to accept them.
He wasn't as great and powerful as he thought.
He was nowhere near as great and powerful as Vulpes, apparently.
Definitely not.
Aziriel
can
looks
bet on that.
down in disgust.
For a short time, he became the god of magic.
Ah.
Usurping the ancient god of magic's power herself.
Mistral?
You're aware of her. It's rare for people to know her name. Usually they know her as the ancient god of magic.
Had a couple of run-ins with them.
Really? It was my understanding that she abandoned this realm.
Sort of.
We have to be more specific, because if we say just the god of magic, then obviously we're all gonna think of the great and powerful.
I'd like to not think of the.
Well,
great
it was not
powerful
Mistral.
woman.
It was actually Mistra, her mother,
Oh.
whose power he took.
Oh.
That is not very creative child naming.
I'm not entirely sure if it's actually them being a child. Divinity on such a scale as them is difficult to articulate. It's not like mother and child in the same way that Vulpes is your father, or ancestor, I should say. It's more so... How should I put this? It's how the elves are the fathers of humans.
The elves are what?
Have you not heard of a saying?
No.
Well, here's another. A giant and a halfling walked into a bar,
Alright.
and a human walked out.
Okay.
That's got to be a really angled bar if they all walked into it at those different heights.
Really good noise suppression.
Humans are the child of all races?
What you're telling me is that everyone did the nasty a lot, and the humans are the result of that? Okay, good.
Humans are the goblins of humanoids.
What do you have against humans?
Just strange that they would be named humans then. As it's more as if humanoids are named after humans than the other way around.
You'd be surprised at the ego of humans.
Well, I would not be surprised, but...
If it comes anywhere close to the great and powerful Vulpes, no, I wouldn't be really that surprised.
What race is Eliza?
She appears to be a half-elf.
I mean, seems like, yeah. If you're a half elf, what's the other half?
I was born half-elf, half-human.
Are you still that?
Do you stop being that at any point?
Well,
Fundamentally, am I any different?
if you have gotten an entirely new body,
Well, my blood is still the same. I would say it's complex enough that I am unsure myself.
Fair enough.
I don't have anything against humans. I just mean that they are the mixed characteristics of most other races.
I don't have.
They have bred and interbred with so many other races that, well, I personally and many others view them as the goblinoids of humans. Goblins of humans.
Humanoids, I mean.
Yes. They can breed with pretty much anything and create a half-breed.
And they do.
They're just... yeah. Whereas if an elf was to breed with a dwarf, the outcome would be more likely one or the other. Occasionally there would be a half-elf, half-dwarf, but the genes of an elf and a dwarf are quite pure. With humans, it's a bit more complicated. Human genes are very adaptable. They will fill in whatever gaps need be, and they'll force it to be some sort of half-breed. It was very interesting.
Does sound like it.
My bloodline these days are mostly humans.
That's pretty good. I think.
You would arrive at the city, and it's looking a bit worse for wear as compared to last time that you were here.
Yeah.
Do you head to town hall?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you get to town hall. Her office is a mess.
I'm gonna start the prestidigitation thing.
Hello, welcome back.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Just a tad exhausted.
Yes. Well, I suppose for us it was kind of yesterday, but we're gonna need another catch up.
Right, she pulls out a black book.
Also, for context,
Well,
Castle
Alex-
is strapped.
Of
Yep.
course it was. I assume the drow.
I wish.
Right, okay. So after you guys vanished, we dealt with the dark elves.
Dealt?
Elf? What dark elves?
Yes.
How was that?
Well, we sent a message, responded. Back and forth it went a few times. They kept denying that they had taken you. We kept assuming that they had. Eventually came down to a small fight. We won. Yeah.
Oh. Whoops.
How's our boat?
Your boat's intact. It's almost a tourist attraction.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Wix is being taxed again. Not sure what he did to piss off Zarfix. There's an entire tax section in the law just on him.
Okay. Why not?
We're under the assumption that Zarfix is going insane.
Well, that's not news. What about the sorcerer king? That was so intriguing.
Ah, the one who claimed to be a god?
Oh yeah.
He went missing 14 years ago.
Right. Oh well.
Oh, that's dealt with.
I wouldn't say dealt with. It's just not our fucking problem.
Well, our assumption is that Zarthix drained him of all of his magic.
So he really
Sounds
went
reasonable.
insane.
Oh yeah, it appears Zarthix is chasing magic on a grand scale, by the way.
Oh, that's your problem.
By the way, tax rate went up.
Ah. So
Where we at
famine
now?
averted? I guess not.
Well, famine averted, yes, not by Zarthix.
Oh?
We created a dam,
Cool.
and we've converted all the water within a certain region to fresh water.
That sounds like a cool plan.
Just to clarify, so water below a certain depth is salt water in Celestia, above it is fresh water. So you've got to go like almost a mile down in the ocean to actually reach salt water.
And they're draining the ocean to get basically fresh water, right?
They've sectioned off. So you know on the main map where there's that little section in the desert between there and Iceland?
Yep.
That area.
Oh. Right, so Zaphex is going insane. And hunting magic
Yep,
down.
he spent $100 million, 100 million gold, building it. What is extensively a dam of a kind.
Okay, but did it work?
Yes,
Okay.
I
but
like
not
hearing
well
that
enough
has
to actually be worth the amount of money that he spent.
Well, that's not a surprise.
For 100 million gold, we could have solved this problem for the next 400 years.
Right, let's just not get
Well,
trapped
that might be a bit of an
again.
exaggeration.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, this is Eliza. Eliza, sorry.
Oh, hi. Isia just nods.
How's mine?
What else happened? Mine's no longer a criminal.
Good.
She is one of the national alchemists now.
That's pretty good. So
Congratulations.
is she working in the capital?
Well, how do I put this? So we have confirmation on some of the things that Zarthix has been working on for the last several decades.
He's an informant.
Probably last 40 years or so. He is building this giant chamber to extract the life force of creatures.
Yeah.
Why?
The fuck?
For himself.
How
That's
did
not
we
good.
get this information?
Mine.
He's an informant.
Ah.
She's one of the people working on the chamber.
That is troubling.
Do you know what he wants to use it on? Or who, I guess?
Anyone who commits any crimes within the nation.
That is inhumane.
At least that's how he plans to start it.
Oh?
You've not seen or... There was a war in the desert between... She seems quite troubled by something. So there was a conflict in the desert between some kobolds and some humans.
Alright.
An army of about 15,000 humans versus an army of about 30,000 kobolds. The humans would have probably won that fight with suffering 20% casualties, thereabouts.
Yes. Kobolds.
Zarfix... Zarfix told the people that if even one of them died, he would kill them all.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I'm telling you, he doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, I think I can see that.
Aid?
Yeah,
That might be a problem for us.
sure. Not. I'm just hoping we don't get stuck for another 20 years somewhere.
Sorry, I genuinely
You
had
don't want to go
no way
back
of
to the
knowing that.
Feywild?
No.
Please don't get trapped. We do need you.
Yeah, we
I
won't.
wasn't planning to get trapped.
Neither was I. How the fuck was I supposed to know there was gonna be trapped?
I know. I'm just asking.
No one told me I
Right.
was. Oh, also, Juliana?
Yes?
Please tell me Vulpes didn't go around monologuing and calling themselves the great and powerful Vulpes every time. I'm begging you.
She would, but she doesn't want to lie.
They weren't really like that when I was around them. They'd have their moments, but
Okay, good. Right, okay,
who doesn't when you're achieving grand feats?
thank you. Okay, there's
And being a
hope.
pain in my ass.
Thanks. Yes.
So
There's hope.
just to circle back around. So what happened with the Dark Elves? Sorry.
Right. So, they kept sending messengers, we kept speaking to them. We eventually asked for a lord to come by. They refused to send a lord, and they sent just a noble. Noble had an argument. Shadrach ended up slaughtering them.
Perfect.
Shadrach.
No always count on Shadrach.
Could always.
Did he die?
No.
What happened?
It escalated a bit. We ended up having to exchange Shadrach
Oh,
to
no.
put an end to the conflict.
Oh. The fuck?
It's... Yeah, it wasn't a great period of time.
So I guess we have a rescue mission.
I'm sorry that we failed.
Hey, it's okay.
I don't think you failed.
It didn't fail at all, yeah.
You know what you didn't do? You didn't get trapped in a castle. So
Listening to
Word.
an illusion moan and mumble about being the great and powerful Vulpes over and over again. Edric, right?
Yeah. So Shadrach is currently a prisoner of the Dark Elves. They've been a prisoner for nearly 10 years now.
We can rescue them.
Right, so I'm gonna have to get Shadrach out.
Which problems do we deal with first?
Hey, adventure life.
There's actually a set of problems that I'd like you guys to deal with first, if that's at all possible.
Go on.
Alright. There is a celestial town known as Noah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of that?
They need to be brought back in line.
What did they do?
They're trying to break off that chunk of Anixalia to create their own region.
Right.
Is that
Who's
If
in
they do
charge of
that,
Noah right
Zarthix
now?
might snap and just destroy everything.
Who's in charge of Noah right
I-
now?
I don't know who's in charge.
Okay.
Takes a while for a word to get here. And they should be having an election 6 months ago now.
There's a branch of my church in Noah, right?
No.
Not anymore?
We're asked to set one up, but it wasn't able to be set up there.
What happened?
Noah wasn't interested in having it, and you decided not to set it up there because,
Sure. Why would I?
yeah,
Tiny
because there's shitty people.
Yeah, I want to.
Tiny town, shitty people.
okay? Question. So if Noah splits off, she thinks Zathix, who's already insane, is gonna snap and start murdering everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone, period, not just Noah.
Correct.
And that's also why we can't just leave Anixalia. I presume.
Well, she just doesn't have a plan to get the entire town out of Anixalia without something going wrong.
Yeah, because like we could just set up a gate, right?
It's not that easy to get my church out of an exilia as well.
Yeah, true. It's like we could look into that instead, but yeah. Issue is
Also,
with it, we'd have to
feels a little
restart your
wrong.
infrastructure.
Feels a little wrong to just save, the town that we live in, and that's it.
True, we do need to save Shade's church too. I could maybe create an epic spell called Exchange Town, piss off Zathix, and then teleport this town out of here, and then put Lorenz in its place.
Wow. I believe you could do it. The great and powerful.
Oh no! What did I do to you?
Well, that'll certainly be an epic spell.
Right. Off to Noah. Don't think I can deal with anything else right now.
Alright, how do you plan to travel to Noah?
Teleport 10 times. Well, long rest first. Because we've
Alright.
been doing
Can
shit.
you roll me the d10 for random encounters?
I got it.
Alright, nothing this week.
I'm gonna put the explosives back in the vault.
Alright.
The vault is still there. I'm gonna ask some people to guard the Vulpus's castle.
The vault is actually far more fortified than it used to be.
Oh, what's in there now?
Just more of the explosives.
Okay, so we got even more now. I'll put them back. Can we also get some guards on the ex-Vulpus's castle? There's some expensive stuff there. That
Don't
cost
let
us
anyone
boss.
go in.
That cost us 16 years to unlock.
Don't let anyone there. The place can and might blow up if someone goes in there.
Alright. They're going to place 20 clerics there.
Alright, thank you. Oh, I guess Simushade managed to fix the cleric situation because thankfully I had somebody useful outside this time. What's my divine rank, by the way?
Let me check. What was it before?
I think it was just 0. You never gave me anything else.
It should be almost at Enhanced Blessing. 886.
Very low. Because that's the amount of levels, right?
Levels plus followers, yes.
I was expecting that in 40 years, you know.
It's pretty much one of 3 churches that are actually growing in size. Actually, one of 7 churches that are growing in size. All others lose people year over year.
Right, well.
Went from 560 to 800 and... Where was that? $886.
Okay. Can we put up Eliza in the tower? Or somewhere?
Or does she want to
there's
come with us still?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I want to carry them around. If she wants to, sure, but...
I don't.
Will I have access to magic in the tower?
I doubt it. We haven't really...
At the time to fix that.
Yeah, we have some access to magic, but I don't think anybody else has any.
I see.
Um,
Very well, I'll remain in the tower for the time being.
Alright.
Unless you'd like me to accompany you.
if you wish, you're a pleasant company. I suppose we can start working on things if we have downtime. And maybe maybe.
Oh, there is
Yeah.
one thing I have to do, but I'm worried about it.
What is that?
Well, I'm a Fae now,
You are
so I can use a mirror.
the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror map gave me.
Okay.
That might be able to get the mind flare out.
Huh. Well,
But I would like supervision though.
okay. We can
Like
give that one a
you
go.
think, yeah, if you're thinking things going
Also,
on, get me the fuck out there, discount the item. I don't know.
if we can get the mind flare out, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I could do that now, but
Yeah, let's just
Would
add
like
it to
it.
our list of 37 separate side quests.
Gonna have to go through all of them. Well,
yeah,
some
but
of
we
them.
do have to go through the 5 that were given to us by the great and powerful Volpes. I mean,
I doubt we're doing
Significant
those
Volpes.
quests. Let's be honest.
I know, I'm joking.
We're just researching that thing.
If we
Once
get,
we've dealt with the situation a little bit.
yep. I'm gonna trap that illusion in a familiar just to have the monologue in the background at all times.
Right.
Do you want Shade to murder you?
No, I don't care about the illusion.
They cast Volpes and summon. They are now forced to hear that forever.
What shall we do? We'll take the long rest before we go because I've spent a lot of resources in that castle.
Yep. James,
With
can
that
we
long
do the-
rest, can any of them tell if they regain?
Can we also do a test? I'd like to have Vulpes rest in the church, kind of not in the same room, but and have some people resting in adjacent rooms and see if they will regain their spell slots from the leaking magic.
All right.
Do you want me to try and use the
That's
mirror
okay
today
with
or not?
Vulpes.
That's okay.
Let's we can use the mirror either today or leave it until after Noah. Up
Let
to
me
you.
check the description.
So you have people in the adjacent rooms.
Yeah.
They do not regain their spell slots.
Even though there was magic aura there.
Correct.
What about people in the same room?
And I made sure that it was close enough, basically.
Yep, close enough that the aura can be seen clearly.
Might have to develop a spell for that.
Might.
I can do that. No problem.
We just wanted to test, to test it.
I know.
Did Ivy regain spell slots?
Did Shade regain spells?
Alright, so. Yes, but not in the normal way. Both of you did.
Okay.
Okay, so. For Ivy. So Ivy, you regained your proficiency modifier, number of spells, starting at your lowest spell level, then working its way up. You've expended all of your first level spells, you regain all 5 of those. 4 of those plus 1. Second level. Basically, any 5 empty spell slots get refilled, starting at the lowest ones and working their way up.
Okay, interesting.
Or, well, proficiency modifier, not 5. Then where is sorcerers? Alright, sorcerers gain their proficiency modifier squared in terms of spell points.
Okay. Good amount.
What about myself, James?
Yeah, you've got your bullshit.
Right. Can you tell me what the mirror does?
Speaking of, the church managed to acquire a battery after you mentioned it to, what is her name?
Juliana.
Juliana.
Well, then,
She was able to get one through mine.
So, and how does one use a battery? Like after we charge it up?
A creature can attune to it and then use the spell slots from that instead of their own.
Okay, so we'll charge it up for the church.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm just gonna sleep with it next to me, I guess.
It'll explode if it sleeps next to you.
Yeah, we can only keep it next to you for a little bit.
Incredible. Right. James, can you send me the description of the effect of the mirror? The identify thing. You only ever mentioned it verbally.
There you go.
Thanks. If you sent it.
That's a general effect. If you need the detailed one, I can look that up for you.
Right. Give me a moment.
I'm trying to be better at actually just posting the items immediately.
That is okay.
It is a pain.
Right. And can I leave and enter whenever I want to with that effect?
Technically, yes, but
What?
it's not you instantly log out, it's you've got to go to the door to exit. You enter through the mirror and you exit through the mirror.
And I can only enter myself. I cannot invite others.
Correct.
Right. It might be better to do this now, Shade.
Okay, let's do it during this week.
Right. Then I do that during this week, James.
Alright.